Progressing with the assignment. Move to resecure.
เท่ว่ะ
Assignment. Well done. Proceed to extraction.
มีโหมดอะไรอย่างงี้ด้วยเนี่ย
Excellent work. You've completed the assignment.
The neutral sector is a high-stakes conflict zone where bold plays lead to game-changing rewards. Players can tackle the time-limited assignment that will grant valuable bonuses. It's important to keep in mind that taking this risk means leaving key positions open, as every operator participating in the assignment is one less operator in your attack or defense frontline. The race to secure these objectives is intense, and success in the neutral sector can tip the scales of victory, making it a battleground where split-second decisions and daring strategies can define the match. With each new season, players can expect a new assignment in Dual Front. This means new narrative, gameplay, and neutral sector map updates.
Dual Front was built from the ground up to use the strengths of Siege, while adding new twists. If you're new to Siege, this is a perfect game mode to play. Everyone is on a level playing field with a single new map to learn. There's also a limited operator pool, allowing players to focus on a smaller roster. We will be changing the operators in this pool twice a season, so that a new exciting meta is just around the corner. Finally, we all know that every life is a lesson. Respawn is an important part of this mode, allowing players to experiment and learn through play. You can join the closed beta later today on PC and current-gen consoles.
เต็มอดหลับอดนอนหรือเปล่า ขอบตาดูดำเชียว
Your feedback will help us release the best experience for CJAX.
Now that you know what Dual Front is, it's time to see it in action. Let's kick it over. Let's kick it over to our legendary casters and see your favorite creators exploring and discovering all Dual Front has to offer right now.
Thank you so very much. The new permanent game mode that we were sworn to secrecy on, we couldn't talk about it. They said, you're not allowed to. And we said, okay, you know what? I want to hear how loud you can get. Now, remember when I said that there would be a surprise later on? Joshua just told you straight up, you can play Dual Front today. All you need to do is connect your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts, and then watch about 30 minutes either on this stream or on one of the partnered streams, and you will get a Twitch drop of a beta code to try Dual Front. Servers go live when we wrap up here, so in just a couple hours. And it'll be available on PC and current-gen consoles. Kind of sucks for the people in the audience that you don't get to play, huh? Yeah, well, that's okay.
You know,
Don't boo me. You're excited. Hey. But how excited are you for Dual Front? How excited are you for that, what looked like a weapon inspection? They got very, very loud.
I mean, respectfully so. You know, we finally now can inspect it. But, I mean, for Dual Front specifically, I did get to try it. And I'm jealous that they get to play it now, and I got to sit here and talk about it because I truly had so much fun within that time frame that I was able to play. You didn't get to play it.
I didn't get to play it.
You still don't know what it's like.
I have no idea.
Truthfully, it's a wonderful game mode.
Would you say you were excited?
I was more than excited.
Wonderful. We've got 48 content creators here to take us through Dual Front, and in just a moment, we'll be getting into the game. And honestly, because I haven't played it, am just as eager to see it in action as all of you are. We'll be going through how the actual objectives progress. How does that neutral sector actually work? What are the rewards that they get? And how does the matchup ebb and flow? And the one thing that I am most particularly looking forward to is you and I first started playing Siege in year one. We have got to see this game grow from the very beginning. And if you go back and you look at Siege as a regular game, the way that it was played back in 2016 is very different from the way it's played now. I have no doubt that Dual Front is going to function the same way. Now, in just a couple seconds, we'll intro our very first set of teams, and it will be fascinating to see how they tackle our newest permanent game mode in Siege X. What are your expectations before we get into the match?
To be honest, there's no expectations that can be met truthfully because this is a new game mode. This is
Seconds
an
out from
undeveloped
the first
area where
look.
people are going to be figuring out. We're going to be understanding what it's going to look like, what we can see.
Team Lacey and Team Next Stable Ronaldo era will be the
of
first set
Siege.
of team. Folks, let's get underway with our first matchup of Dual Front.
So this is already super unique. You know, when you start, you have the 6 operators that you are choosing from. I believe if I'm not wrong, you will always be at the front, so you can always feel like you are the leader in this scenario, leading your team. But again, what's so unique about this
ครึ่งชั่วโมง
when you think about it,
โอ้โห
it's always been 5v5. Now you are adding that key element of bringing a 6th player onto that squad, which allows so many different ways to approach Siege and how you want to play it. And again, another big thing is you can mesh
ไอ้เหี้ยแม่งมีแมปขึ้นในหัวด้วย
attackers with defenders.
Now, while you had some hands-on experience and you are a former pro player and a former world champion,
อันนี้ custom
it's not
game
your
มันเกี่ยว
expertise that
ว่า
we're
แบบ
going
ว่า
to lean on here,
อันนี้
Gabe.
มันนับเวลา
We have brought up both Alex and Josh from the keynote to help us understand the way that this works. Gentlemen, first things first,
Seconds of prep time left.
what a day. What a day. I mean, I think you were prepared for the audience to get loud, but would you say you were a little caught off guard with the
5
enthusiasm
more
that we're
seconds to
seeing?
prep.
I mean, we've been waiting for this moment for 3 years now,
fade,
and we're
yeah.
still not prepared for it.
Yeah.
This is really exciting. The teams pour their hearts into this, and now we get to see it live in action.
Like, I mean, it's always a reaction, right? You hear the people, you get to experience that full hand, and it feels so awesome to finally be talking about all this.
I'm going upstairs,
Now, the way that you conceptualize this game mode being played might differ from what we see today. But is it fair to say, Alex, that you're
you saw in,
expecting players to
มัน
literally
capture the fact
problem solve as it goes along, and that there isn't really a defined correct way to play
they're trying.
based on when you
capture the
built
fact
the
นี่หว่า
game?
I mean, we've
มัน
been
หวังว่ามัน
playtesting
จะ
this for
นิยม
over
ใน
a
บ้าน
year
เรา
now,
นะ
and we're still learning new things, new combinations of operators. This is
ใน
the
โซน
first
บ้านเรา
time
ต้องบอก
we're taking
ว่ามัน
attackers
นิ
and
ยม
defenders together on the same team, but we're keeping that attack and defend philosophy alive, where you have one lane, one front to push, and one front to defend. So yeah, it's all new. Lane, one front
Well,
to
and
push,
as I was
and
saying,
one front to defend.
key element
So
of
yeah, it's all
adding
new.
a 6th player to that squad. I mean, Siege for the past 10 years has been 5. I mean, what was the decision to bring that extra element of surprise and putting a 6th member onto that roster?
Well, one of the big goals we had with Dual Front is to actually make Siege more approachable. So, and one of the ways of doing that is to kind of lower that
Capture the
social
fact.
pressure of
มัน
having
เหมือน
the, if you die in a 5v5, 4v5,
มันจะเกิดใหม่
that's a
ด้วย
big detriment to your team. So,
เหมือน
in
คอนเควส
60
เลยมากกว่า
you can carry that weight a little
โซ
bit
น
more
ได้
evenly.
แล้วก็แบบคุมโซน
Additionally,
ให้ได้อะไร
obviously, the
เงี้ยเรา
respawn's
จะวาง
going to help
วาง
with
แผ
that
น
and help people feel more confident in
เอ้ยมุมนี้
over
เหมือน
time.
เคยเห็นแล้วป่ะไม่
But
แน่ใจ
that's definitely a driving force there.
I just want to touch on something here, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but we've got our first objective at play. Would one of you like to take us through what exactly is happening in the game
อ๋อ
right now?
Yeah, so the attacking team has actually planted the diffuser, and now we have actual segments to the diffuser timer. So if the defending team comes in and deactivates it, it might save a bit of the progress that they achieved there. And this is one of 3 objectives that they have to secure now.
That would explain why we have the 3 segments on the diffuser.
That's right.
So if you stop
Well,
it,
maybe
it'll go
can
back to
do
the
that
last
in a-
tick, if we want to call it that.
That's right.
And then you basically paused it. So it functions very similarly to regular Siege in the sense that you have to control the objective, you have to get that diffuser planted.
And I love specifically that you guys talked about, you know, regardless of this being a brand new game mode, you guys are still keeping that core value of what Siege has always been in terms of that tactical prowess and what you can do within Siege. And I think being able to bring attackers with defenders can really set up that strategical stand
That's not good. Yeah.
even more in depth than what we've currently seen throughout Siege.
I mean, that's the magic of it. As when you're playing this, you have to go on the attack. You get that attack,
หมายความ
and then you got to
ว่า
go
ยังไงวะ
into the defense within the same lane.
ไม่ต้อง
So
ฝ่ายตรงข้ามก็
it
แพ้
varies up what you're
ห
able
รือ
to
ว่า
do
ใคร
there.
ใคร
Like
แพ้
bringing no
ใคร
man
แพ้
on
เสร็จก่อน
attack.
ใคร
Obviously,
แพ้
we've
ใคร
done
ครบ
that
ก่อนก็ช
a
นะไป
thousand
อย่างนั้น
times, but putting her into the defense and making for the post plant, it's all about that.
It's almost like they're fighting on dual fronts.
And now we see that the other team has planted the diffuser as well. So both are active at the same time. teams have to recoup, regroup, and understand how they can recapture the site now that the plant's gone down.
The red team succeeded, it looks like, in their very first capture. So now what happens? Oh. Is Uzi going to get it?
Yeah.
They've already lost one tick, as you talked about.
Yep.
And it'll roll back. So like that progress they earned and they fought for, they get to keep, but they didn't get all the way for the next sector of the actual objective, so that's lost.
And what I'm seeing now with the front A team, they have that first one secured. Now that timer is going. So essentially, does that now force them to now play the defense, wait for that next sector to open up, and then
อันนี้โคตร
make that
toxic เลย
transition with that rotate?
Yeah, that beat there is actually leading into essentially a prep phase for that new sector. So our attackers in that lane are going into prep, using their drones, looking forward, or they could rotate in through the neutral sector over to defense and help shore up your own defense.
Now, I do want to ask you guys, because you've obviously had some time playing through it, what is your ideal lineup that you've ran the most, that you've experimented with the absolute most, whether that's on the defensive side or the attacking side?
They're bouncing. They're just very excited to play the game.
It's amazing running Nomad on defense.
I like it.
You never experienced it before, and just doing that is amazing.
I'm about to say, you'll never hear anything coming from me in terms of Nomad with how much I love Nomad. I think Parker knows that as much as well. I play flank watch aggressively, so the fact that you can use those air jabs on defense to get those sound cues, to get that quick reaction, to net one of those eliminations, I mean, Nomad's massive on defense.
I mean, Gabe, when you played professionally, if there was a spot on a map to be as far away from the action as possible, you were there.
Absolutely. So you would have
You loved
110% find me at that neutral sector, where I am not going to be in the thick of it, but I am going to be trying to lurk my way through and see what is open and what isn't.
Now, one thing that you mentioned while talking about the game was that you're going to be swapping up the operators twice a season. Now, what's the thought process behind which operators you bring in, which operators you bring out, and will it be a full-scale swap? Are we talking every operator is gone, or are you just going to bring in a couple and remove maybe some particularly strong or weak ops?
Yeah, so one of the big things is we want to make sure that the Pathfinders that are earned through our newcomer challenges are going to be available at all times. Again, like you always want to be able to have some of your ops to be able to play, but outside that, we're going to be almost doing kind of like a crafted meta or ideas around that. Maybe we put a lot of hard breach up, maybe we put a lot of trap, or maybe remove both and see what happens now. Like, what can you do if you don't have electricity available to you? What can you do if you don't have, like, you know, a lot of area denial and so on and so forth?
So I don't think this was mentioned by you guys, but what I am noticing is I'm looking at the character, the utility, it's regenerating.
Yeah. This is a way that we can actually balance the operators over a long period of time. We're talking rounds are lasting about 15, 20 minutes. So you can actually stack quite a bit of utility if you don't have this new system, and the team worked really hard on
มี
that.
สปอนได้เรื่
Okay,
อยๆ
we'll
นี่หว่า
follow up with that. So are you saying that Capcan can essentially lay down 6, 7 traps at a time?
I'm going to take that one. So one of the things about regenerative gadgets is that you can deploy based on the max that's been determined for dual front. So some of those values may differ from the core Siege experience, but additionally, whatever your last place gadget was, if you place a new one, it'll destroy that one and then move forward, just to make sure things are in line.
Perfect.
You're telling me I can't put down 20 Capcan traps and just sabotage the whole
Yeah,
map?
I mean, if we rewind time a couple years ago, you could have, and let me be honest, like, you know, it became an HR problem. So
I was actually, I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking, I was like, what if someone just brings Mira and just lays down a lot of her windows and then immediately transitions off of that to a different operator and then uses them?
I'm thinking the Maestro. You just swap evil eye cams over and over and over again. You've got unlimited laser beams.
We already thought of that. So if you're repicking your operator, the operator you were previously, all their gadgets disappear. And then you're jumping back in with a new operator to do a new strategy.
additionally, you can actually see as operators are being swapped out and respawning, they go back to being unknown because we don't know who's coming up in that lineup again. So that's another thing you'll have to adapt to as you're on the field.
I'm not a developer. I don't balance this game. I can only imagine how tricky it has been to find a way to make everything work. But before we get there, one of the beautiful things about having all these content creators in person is that we get to hear from them live in action. Patricia has an interview ready for us down on the stage.
Thank you, guys. I am here with Skittles. How you doing?
Doing great.
Skittles, I would love to get your first impressions of Siege X. How are you feeling about it right now?
I'm absorbing everything. This is a completely new game. We got a big map, more operators. Like it's insane. I'm just trying to take everything in right now, basically.
I can imagine. Are there any particular things that you're focusing on or interested in seeing in terms of the new updates?
I'm just really excited about the gun inspection. After 10 years, we finally got that, and oh my god, all the skins we have now, it's so worth it. It's so cool.
Very cool. Well, I won't take too much of your time, get you back to playing. Thank you so much.
Skittles does a lot of YouTube work, and I know that the weapon inspect element will be excellent for thumbnails, so that will make it a lot easier for content creators to advertise their stuff. Let's dive into the next matchup that's happening at the same time, and it's a little bit of the old versus the present, one could say. A former two-time world champion of Pengu versus a current major champion of Spoit, as it's Team Pengu versus Team Spoit, and there's a competitive mindset between these two teams that is, maybe I would say, unlike a lot of the other matchups we'll have today.
I mean, how competitive can it be? I mean, Spoit's beating up on a retired old man of Pengu. Like, give him a break. Let him breathe a little bit.
I'm fascinated at the way that this mode is going to be approached, right? Because Siege casts such a wide net. There are people who are going to play it on PC. There are people who are going to play it on console. There are people who are going to play it in casual, people who only play ranked. And then you've got people who are playing on high-end gaming PCs, and people who are just sitting at home, playing on their couch, listening to music, playing casually with some friends. And when you look at a mode like Dual Front, do you think it's the type of game mode that can catch all of those players and provide a compelling experience for each one?
Yeah, when we were talking about Dual Front, first of all, Siege is challenging. That's in our DNA. We'll never change that. But Dual Front makes it more accessible. You can respawn, you can repick your operators, you have more players on the table, so you can try out new things. So all of this adds up to a game mode that honestly everybody's at the same level, on the ground floor, and they're able to jump in and have immediate impact.
So I was going to follow up with, I mean, we obviously talk about the casual base, and me coming from that competitive background. I absolutely do love the approach here, especially as we do know, Siege is a very complex game, but that's what makes it so unique, so fun when you can actually learn it. But what I really like about District specifically is it's symmetrical. It does really allow you to learn from one end to the other of just the basic functionalities of how Siege is played, whether you're playing horizontal, whether you're playing vertically, so you're not getting confused. And for a new player that you can come in and be like, okay, this is what Siege is like. So then you bring that into the other maps. And then I did also see not every single operator is able to be played, and I think that also is huge because as we know, Siege has a lot of operators and continuing to grow as the game continues to go further on. So I do genuinely think this is a great approach for not only a competitive standpoint, but most importantly also for the
ready? Come here.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited to see the way that it shakes out. Have you two noticed anything that's happening at this current point in time that has caught your eye that you maybe weren't expecting at the tests you've done over the last year or so?
Well, I mean, I saw someone do a breach. I literally have never seen someone do, like in all our playtests, breaching in onto the stairs of the second sector. Like that.
Oh.
That side of the site, like I don't usually see people like pushing through there. They usually push from top floor or walk up the stairs, but never breach the wall and jump right into the stairs. So that's kind of the magic of the map, right? So.
We've got another interview ready from TikTok to Twitch, and now here in Atlanta, we've got Titanium Rolo down on the stage with Patricia.
Thanks, guys. You've got it solid. I am here now with Titanium Rolo. How you doing today, Rolo?
I am doing amazing. How are you doing?
Oh, wonderful, especially now that I'm with you here. I'm already like fast friends. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the neutral zone in the middle of the map?
So I think the neutral zone is actually really crucial, and I think that from the times that we've played it, we've not focused on it enough. There's so much focus on either attacking a base or defending a base, but actually so many people go to the neutral zone that if you manage to get control of it, then you can kind of completely control the flow of the map, and I think it's going to be way more crucial than we've given credit for it. And I'm also hoping, since I like Easter eggs, I'll find a couple of Easter eggs around there too.
I wish so many Easter eggs for you. Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to playing. My pleasure.
Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, the Easter eggs that are hidden in all of the maps, by the way, are we going to see any in Dual Front? Do you even want to give that
ไอ้
away?
ที่มีแบตเตอรี่ด้วย
Definitely first jump into the beta, check it out yourself, find them because we have hidden some stuff around the map.
Right. And for a reminder for those of you, we're going to say this a lot. I apologize if I sound like a broken record. But the thing is that the more I remind you that maybe you might actually
อ๋อมันกระตุกอีกแล้ว
be able to get to the game yourself. We are doing beta code access for Dual Front that is on right now. Once we are done with the showcase, you will be able to play Dual Front, providing you link your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts, and then watch either this stream or one of our partnered streams. You will get the code after about a half hour or so, and you can start playing this game mode later today. I don't want to know what he's... Oh.
Jeez. So as a status update in the match, right now, both teams are trying to capture the second sector. And actually, I think Beta team just lost theirs. But there's an assignment that's coming into the map. That's the neutral zone.
Conquest เลย
Will
แบบ
have
ถ้า
a
เป็น
new
ในโหมด
objective that everybody has to jump into.
And we have to grab a hostage. So while up to this point it's been like the typical quote-unquote siege where
Yeah,
you
we
have to
can
get the case
reinforce and
down,
barricade all
now
this
we're going back to the old ways of the hostage being involved.
Yeah, and not only just that, but the hostage is, don't get
มันก็บอก Conquest เลย
because we lost her at the end of the Assault on Hereford event. So this is where that narrative starts coming in when we talk about
I'm gonna
seasonal
reinforce. I'm
update
gonna
that way.
reinforce.
I want to say, so when you grab the hostage here, if I'm not mistaken, you have to bring it to the other side, the enemy
Yes.
side. So what Anne is already doing this wrong. She brought it
Can
to
you
her,
peek, peek, peek,
I
peek, I can
believe,
heal you.
thinking that they are going to get that extraction, but they actually need to bring it to the opposite side and make it far more challenging than just as simple as, let's just bring it back down.
Yeah, exactly. It used to, like you can see as soon as the hostage got picked up there, the icon shows up to show you where the extraction point is for you,
Okay,
and the
they're figuring
helicopters
it
are
out.
coming in the next 30 seconds. And that, oh man, like again, we're talking about audio and all everything. Hearing helicopters come in
Yeah,
during
I
a
agree.
siege match, oh, get your heart pumping.
Well, I want to say,
Don't board it though.
I want to say, me and you actually went through this moment together when we were testing this out the other day, and it
Okay,
is,
แล้วมันต้องเป็น
when you were talking about the heart thumping, and especially like, let's acknowledge you can play outside now. Like that is a huge thing that needs to be acknowledged. You don't have a timer letting you know you're going to be shown. I mean, again, these operators, that is just evolving a meta right there. All the shields you're seeing being
Castling off a door outside? What am I
Yeah,
watching?
Exactly. But no, like I was saying, back to that, it is very intense when you have to run to the enemy side
Okay, but
with
you
this, trying to get that extraction up while they're up and coming, spawning, holding those positions from outside, waiting for an ambush that you're potentially running into. You were actually doing a very good job at leading that. You were like, all right, Lack, I need you to get in front of me. I need you to clear this. I need you to clear that. And we did end up doing it successfully.
Yeah, honestly, like regardless if we talk about the match being like the game of being approachable, we get real competitive.
Oh, absolutely.
You mentioned that Dokkaebi is the one to grab here because of the actual lore of the game. Now, there are a lot of people here at this event dressed up in cosplay, and lore in Rainbow Six Siege, yeah, give them some applause. They work hard. The lore in Rainbow Six Siege has steadily increased to the point now where, you know, when I first started playing, and he first started playing, there was basically none. Will lore play a part in Dual Front, and will the events of future seasons find their way into this game mode?
So that's actually what we're trying to do with Dual Front. Bring some of the story into the game proper so that you get to experience the story itself. And so every single season will be weaving in the lore of Siege into the updates that you see in Dual
โอ้
Front.
แล้วกว่าจะเกิด
Now,
กว่าจะเกิดใหม่
if
ด้
the
วย
team does successfully extract the hostage, what benefit does that give the team?
Oh, they're at the wrong. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they both just
Yeah.
did the exact same thing.
Do they throw Dokkaebi into the net?
Well, they
Is
gotta
that
take
what
it to
they're
the right
supposed to
extraction
do?
point.
I'm not.
But whenever they do end up getting it to the right, getting hostage to the right extraction point, and then having her airlifted out, you actually gain 2 sectors of the current objective or the next objective that you're going on. So if you have 1 sector left on, say, sector 2, it'll click forward on 2.
Okay, and so that won't, so like for example, on Bravo's side, they already have 2 of those sectors, or not sectors captured, but they have, you know,
On-
halfway through.
Actually, yeah, on either side of the match right now, whoever secures the assignment will win.
Oh.
But like, they just have to get them to the right extraction zone, and there's only 20 seconds left to get it done.
And what happens if you don't complete this task? then it just
Oh,
They figured it
sorry.
out.
I'm too excited now.
And so this is actually
All right.
an air tap, and they win. So that's the thing. You can either play for the neutral sector, or you can keep on pushing in one of the fronts and end the game as well.
Like all things Siege, you have multiple ways to pull off.
That's right.
A win. We've got more. We got more games going, by the way. So this one is finished, but next one up, we're going worldwide. Raza versus Pestily. Now, Team Raza have some pretty formidable players on them, and I wonder how they'll be able to tackle Dual Front. We saw a more objective focus in that Pengu versus Spoit matchup than in the first. And again, it's going to come down to the way that teams tackle these objectives. Do you go for kills? Do you fight for each of the sections of the map? Or do you battle, as we just saw, in that neutral zone nonstop? And for the Spoit and Pengu matchup, the neutral zone was the way to go. They ended up winning because of it.
But again, that's the beauty of this being a new game mode, is there isn't a right or wrong way to play this. You can play it what you see fit, what you want to do. You make those tactical adjustments of whether you're rotating players or seizing a moment, seizing an opportunity, and then even collapsing and falling back if necessary. So again, we are going through and through to be seeing any way possible and played, because there is no developed meta just yet that maybe you guys are hiding that you're going to keep for yourselves, and maybe run into you guys in one of these matches and quickly realize, okay, this is what we need to do.
Whatever meta we've developed, it's going out the window as soon as players get into the beta, because players just learn the game faster than anyone else on the dev team, and so that's going to evolve so quickly we won't even recognize it in a week.
Well, his game is finished, so let's hear what Pengu's thoughts on Dual Front are.
I am over here with the wonderful Pengu, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. How you feeling?
Excited. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous, and I came into it. I went 0-3, got no kills in the beginning. I was like, oh, chalk it. But then the teamwork started happening, and next to me started making some calls, and it clicked. We got the W.
Lovely. I'm sort of curious, what do you think about mixing attackers and defenders? How's that feeling?
I love it because it creates even more flexibility than before. Obviously, Siege has been about soft destruction, hard destruction. Now you have stuff like Capcan traps if you're defending, mute jammers. For example, Priest and I, we start defending the bomb site. He's playing castle, I'm playing mute. We're locking them out of the map essentially. And then if we join them on the attack, we can play more aggressive operators like the Grim, for example.
Amazing. Have you found any OP combos?
I can't talk about that because, like, what if people, they copy it and they beat us, you know? So no, can't leak strats right now.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to let you get back to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patricia. You can take Pengu out of the game, and his former team did, but you can't take the player.
โอ้คนดูเป็นแสนเลยว่ะ
I gotta get my digs in. I gotta. But you can't take the player out of the actual match. He's not even giving away secrets in a show match. Like, come on.
Saving strats for SI.
Yeah, exactly. He's saving strats for the next match. Team Raza versus Team Pestily is up next. A reminder about those drops. I mentioned that we have partnered streamers. Everybody here is streaming as well. And we've got streamers at home that are also co-streaming this. Tune in and get to enjoy the action. I know that you want to hear us, but you've also got other people to tune in too. Now, that matchup between Spoit and Pengu went by pretty quickly. How does that match up with your expectations of a typical game of Dual Front?
So, one of the interesting things about the neutral sector assignment is it randomly triggers in the middle of a match between, I think it's like 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Is that right?
It's like first 5 in.
Yeah.
Like, so after 5, it can happen at any time.
So they already were pretty advanced in the match, and then it did end. So that's about the time that you can expect. 15 to 20 minutes is the average game length, and then you can jump into the next one right away. So you get a lot in a little package.
Hold on a second. Gentlemen, I'm seeing something here on your screen. Does your outfit show up on the loading screen before you get into Dual Front?
Absolutely. You got to flex whatever you got.
อ๋อ
I think it's called Skinnerjizing.
นี่ยิงซื้อแม่งเลย
Raza, that's your own teammate.
Well, he's got to take off the shades. I think he's a little
ไอ้เหี้ยังไม่ยิงซื้อแต่
He can't see right now. He's too cool. Too cool for school. That's something that we haven't really seen a lot of, right? Like, there's always been chatter online about, oh, like the player cards before the match should show my skins. In Dual Front, you've now made it so that when you load into a game, your outfit and your gun skin are shown off.
So I also did notice when you first initially start out, you aren't just able to quickly run in to a different sector. You are blocked off right there. Is that essentially similar to a prep phase, or?
That's exactly the intent there, is that it gives time for those in the defending lane to actually do their setup and get ready. It gives time for the intel to be gathered by the attackers. I'll let this be known that the neutral sector is always neutral. So if you want to frag it out as soon as you start, you can go and, do it there.
That's interesting. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that love to hear you say that just want to get straight into the thick of it.
And just like regular Siege, or core Siege, if I can call it that, destruction is a huge part of this. You talked about it as well. But we just got to see it firsthand. A lot of these teams are kind of treating this like team deathmatch. Beautiful is that? That's the rappel, by the way, that was shown, that you can now swing around corners.
Amazing.
The very first time in our very first match that we just saw that, the crowd went wild. I don't know if you heard that, but no, destruction, it plays a huge part. I mean, a lot of these teams, again, are treating it like a team deathmatch, but here, you can reshape the map to your advantage.
That's right. And even, we saw it before, you can reshape the neutral sector. In fact, one of the things that we've been playing with is you can jump into the neutral sector before you attack, reinforce where you need to, or open up where you need to, so that you actually lay the groundwork for the match to evolve.
So I did notice within these sectors, there are still default cameras that are up. And we've already talked about regenerative utility. Is that the same thing with barricades? If a team just is absolutely not attacking, they're more focused on defending, where they just immediately fell off, will those barricades come back up? Or is that through and through, once that destructibility is there, it's permanent?
Yeah, once the destructibility is going in place in the match, it's kind of the story of that match. So we allow that to be the permanent beats that had happened throughout it. So if anything's being broken down, like we talked about the cheat code where you got a soft wall, maybe not reinforcing it right away is a good move. So you get that second layer of destruction happening. But once it gets direct, then you reinforce it. And now that's a second barrier to stall them out.
Josh has given that key intel for everyone listening, so you might want to take him up on that. There's a little trick to the trade of this. Don't barricade right away. Wait for it to start being destroyed, and then put it up.
Another interesting thing, though, when it comes to destruction, you'll see that the barricades are color-coded. And that's because the team that has their own color can tear it down. And so you can see a sector evolve over time as the new barricades of the attacking team come out, because now they're reinforcing it and the defenders have to recapture.
We've spent almost a decade of watching round by round things reset. It's a little bit odd to see persistent destruction in this game. So, I mean, you'd see it in TDM from time to time when eventually, a map would be reduced to smithereens. But not only do you see it now, but it plays a much bigger impact than it does in TDM, right? TDM is a fun game mode, but here there's much more strategy, as you pointed out. And the way you go about it will only deepen people's understanding of how to play this game.
Raza just displayed that perfectly, of questioning whether or not that was one of his fellow cap cans or another team's trap, and then scanned it to see if it was, found out it was, and then shot that. Again, that's another thing as a veteran player, when you're going to be experiencing this, you are going to have to be so aware of the utility that is placed around the map, placed around the sector, because you don't know if it's yours. You don't know if it's the other team. You always have to be on alert. So again, it adds such another core development and process that you're going to be going through while playing this 6v6 game mode of Dual Front.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just moments away from starting our last match of the day. Gentlemen, it's been great having you here, and I'm assuming you'll be riding along for that last one. But is there anything that you want to talk about that we haven't seen yet, by any chance?
Actually, we've seen quite a bit here that we haven't dug into yet, and we're about to, because there are changes that are coming that you might have seen in Dual Front. They're coming to the entire game. So we'll be talking more about that very soon, actually.
You're just going to tease people?
Yep, that's
You're
it.
not
even just teasing people, teasing us.
Teasing
You
us.
can whisper in our ears before you head out.
Admittedly, we had to tease them earlier on with the new game mode and all that special stuff, but good things come to those who wait. Our very last matchup of the day is upon us for Dual Front, at least. Team Skittles, who you heard from earlier, and Team Meaty Marley will do battle. Fun fact about both of these team captains, both of them started their careers hiding their identity, and we eventually got a Skittles face reveal, and now we know what Meaty Marley looks like. The question is, game. Will their gameplay be as handsome as they are?
Oh yeah.
I think they will, but something that really
make sure
sticks
it's
out
what
for
you
me
want.
with both these rosters, if you were to ask me, who do you
Thanks,
think's
man.
the favorite here? I don't have one, for the simple fact that your boy Roy and Atheno look a little deflated in their biceps. I don't think they got their pumping for the day. So you're definitely going to have to rely on the 5 players, I should say, on each side to pick up the weight from both those two.
I have a slight suspicion as to what the devs were talking about, by the way, because they said there's something that we're changing in regular Siege that wasn't mentioned, but it was briefly shown on the reveal video before this. And then we saw what looked like a pipe on fire, which, as far as I'm aware, Gabriel, there's no operator who puts down explosive pipes.
No, there isn't, and I was curious of that too because, I mean, you know, as chefs, we add tons of ingredients to our meals and for people to digest, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that ingredient is now being added into the gameplay that we all know and love in Siege. Again, we don't have operators that are laying down these pipes that can be shot. Is he going to shoot it? No, he's not going to shoot it. Unfortunately.
And as for what that quote-unquote ingredient might be, the devs will be talking about that later on. I do like that we have a big mix of players here in Atlanta. You've got controller players, you've got mouse and keyboard players, you've got Siege vets, you've got former pros, you've got world champions, you've got people who, as far as I'm aware, might not have ever really touched Rainbow Six
Yeah,
Siege.
I mean, Narcoleptic Nugget, he doesn't touch CS. I mean, look at the gameplay right there. I know we know him from Siege, but I'm a little disappointed in his gameplay so far.
This was the man whose biceps you made fun of earlier.
Yeah, I know I'm going to regret it because, I mean,
Do you think he could take you in a fight?
yes, for sure. I mean, look at him. He's so locked in. Actually, I lied. He just missed that.
Well, it was through a wall.
Oh, what?
There are outlines on operators as well, because as you might have noticed on the top of the screen, the teams can run the same ops.
They can.
So you can have 2 vigils on the board at the same time. We saw in one of our earlier matches there were 2 docks on the board, and outlines are very important to be able to distinguish, is it a friendly dock or is it an enemy dock?
Well, I mean, that's something that you're going to have to decipher, like I was saying, with the utility that's going to be on the map. You're going to have to keep in mind a mental awareness of, okay, we're seeing it right
What's
there.
this? No, Macy, get off
He's,
drone!
see, he's not, you know, he's not appreciating. Okay.
There it is.
Okay, so that's interesting. So, you know, we talked about operators not being able to lay anything like that, but in similarity to a Capital Bolt, similar to a Goyo canister, I mean, this creates a completely different new look and what we can see in Siege X.
This has been an interesting matchup between these 2 teams. They're playing it very slow, which is in stark contrast to the first game that we saw that had Uzi killing everybody in the server. Now, they talked a lot about this neutral sector, and it's coming in pretty quickly. Again, it can spawn at different intervals. This one in just under a minute, and it'll be only 9 minutes into action. Will these teams pay that neutral sector and the assignment that comes with it the same respect that we saw from that Pengu and Sploit matchup? That is the question. Uh-oh.
Now, I am curious how long. Okay, so that flame actually does get put out pretty quickly.
It's not a Goyo canister.
No.
Goyo canister lasts 20 seconds. That looked like about 3.
That I don't even think 3. Maybe like 2. But I think we could be wrong. I'll wait to see.
You gonna
if
fight with
anything.
me over a single second?
No. Completely unrelated to what we were just about to talk about that we might see later on. But I mean, so far, this game mode is intense. There seems to be constant action no matter where you're looking, whether you are the one defending or you are the one attacking.
Now, speaking of, Alpha has to defend against the diffuser that's been put down while also dealing with the hostage objective in the middle of the map. That's the assignment that has spawned in. So you've got 6 players on your team. How many do you send to deal with that diffuse kit, and how many do you send to deal with the assignment?
That's the biggest thing. You know, if I'm in this situation, I'm sending at least 3. At least 3.
To which one?
to the neutral sector to go for that hostage and keeping one on one end and two on the other, so that way you are still covering all of your bases where you need to be covering those sectors, making sure not only you can defend, but you can still attack, but you can still go for that neutral sector. And they're trying to go. Okay, they did get it.
Denied.
I am curious if they know where to bring and extract the hostage here, whereas in the previous game they were unfamiliar, which I think it's going to be the exact same situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth noting that everybody who is playing this game has little to no experience with it.
I would have done the same exact thing if I wasn't playing with Josh.
Yeah, fair enough. So again, it comes down to learning on the fly and differing skill levels, differing platforms, etc. You will be able to get your hands on this beta for Dual Front later today. Again, link your Ubisoft Connect, link your Twitch account, and watch this stream or one of the partnered streams for about 30 minutes, and then you'll be in. You'll be able to play on PC and current gen consoles. Now, it looks like Skittles might be able to pull it off.
I think he's going to.
Funny because we listened to the on-boarder, the don't board the helicopter.
But
when
now
the
you board.
yeah, the literal opposite is the focus here.
I mean, it's up to that one Brit to shut this out right here and not make sure. And Skittles, I mean, my God, oh, that was devastating right there. And now he's going to go for it. I mean, again, this is a beautiful thing, once again, is where you're not just focused on the sectors. You do have to focus on another objective, which is, again, it's so unique, and it still allows you to be in control of any scenario at any given moment, to be able to shift, to rotate, to be elusive, that you can't just focus on one thing. You have to shift your focus in other places through and through, which, again, for new players, old players, it allows you to constantly learn and adapt, which that's what Siege has been about for years.
And what you learn about this game mode is going to change very quickly.
Yes.
Assignments will be changing. Oh!
Do it again! Do it again!
Capture 1/3 complete.
I don't think they're capable of hearing us. But again, just to kind of underscore how this game mode will be supported, a season in Rainbow Six Siege is about 3 months, give or take, because we have 4 a year, just like regular seasons. Twice a season, the operator lineup will change, which means that for a lot of players, as you're finding your footing, things will shift. And then at the start of each new season, the assignment will change. Right now, it's rescue Dokkaebi, pick up the hostage, get her to the helicopter, save her, but who knows what's next? There's one thing that I've noticed that isn't present, and that's anything to do with secure area. If you look at the original 3 game modes of Rainbow Six Siege, you have the regular bomb, which is the whole premise of Dual Front. You have hostage, which is the special assignment, but where is secure area? Could it be coming next or coming at some point in future seasons?
Well, we're already getting something brand new with Dual Front, and it already being a heap loads of different things involved. So we could see an entirely different brand new mode introduced. Well, I mean, you know what I mean entirely.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, honestly, everything's up in the air of what could be brought in.
And it allows the developers to toy with the game, frankly. The Siege X formula has been around and has been tweaked over time. And you're going to see some more of those tweaks coming up in the next portion of this showcase in the core gameplay update section. But you can't really reinvent Siege. But if you want to experiment, Dual Front is a great game mode where you can take those liberties and try out some new stuff, and who knows? Just as right now, original core Siege has influenced Dual Front, something could be cooked up for this game mode that is popular enough, maybe one day down the line, we see it in the core game. Maybe not. This is us idly speculating, but again, it gives the devs a chance. It gives the devs a chance to talk about this new game mode.
And of course he's MVP.
Of course. We've got our last interview for Dual Front with Fastan and Patricia.
Thank you. Hey, Fastan, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I'm so excited to be here. The game's been a lot of fun. It's been great.
Oh, amazing. Thank you for letting me take the time to pick your brain. I actually wanted to ask you about strategy. How's the team strategy been? How's that evolving?
Well, our team's doing really good on the strategy front. I feel like, with the people that we're playing against, people said we were not going to stand a chance with some major winners against us or something like that. We played 2 games yesterday, 1 game today. All I want to say is we are 3-0 up in games because we are taking Dokkaebi as our win condition. If you get Dokkaebi and you Extractor, you actually get 2/3 off a sector, and that's been helping us win 3 games in a row, and it's been absolutely amazing so far.
Oh, amazing insight. Thank you so much, Fast Ann. Really appreciate your time being here. Can't wait for more gameplay.
Well, thank you so very much. And again, it's great to have everybody here under one roof playing this game, and we get to get real-time opinions on what we're watching because we only get to see their perspective, but they get to play it, they get to experience it, and almost every single match played differently.
Yeah. Well, it goes into what I was saying. This is a brand new game mode. It's unexplored. Everyone is going to be approaching it entirely different, whether it's going to be here or you guys later once this all wraps up. It is an unfamiliar area for everybody. So again, there isn't going to be a meta just yet. Who knows? There might not even be a meta in general because there is many factors to take into here that we just have not seen throughout Siege's history.
And if you're new to this stream and just catching up to speed, the game mode we just watched, the new permanent 6v6 game mode coming to Siege X, is going to be playable later today. We'll be giving out beta keys to those who have their Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts linked together. So you can get the keys here, you can get it from the partnered streams as well. You just got to watch about 30 minutes, then you'll get access to the beta code. It'll go live when the show wraps up later today. But we've got Patricia ready yet again. As I said, this show's going to go quick. I didn't lie. Patricia, take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Intero and Laxing. How are you guys enjoying Dual Front? Pretty cool. You just heard them talking about some core gameplay updates that we will be revealing in the next segment. So all that's left is for me to set the stage. Please welcome back directors Alexander Karpazes and Christopher Budgeon.
With Siege X, we're taking Rainbow Six Siege to new heights. Launching June 10th at the start of Year 10 Season 2, this evolution of Siege builds upon everything that makes the game so special. In the first part of our showcase, we showed you Dual Front, our new 6v6 game mode, and there's a lot more to talk about. Siege X will deliver sweeping updates across all of Siege, with a strong focus on modernizing our maps, refining our gameplay, and evolving our audio, with much, much more to come. At its heart, our philosophy remains the same. Reinforce what makes Siege so unique. Its deep tactics, intense strategy, and the thrill of outsmarting your opponents.
But before we dive into what's next, we want to take a moment to recognize those who have made all of this possible. You, our players. And I bet there's some veteran players in this very room. Your commitment and support over the years has shaped Siege into what it is today. And we have something special to show our appreciation. Let's take a look at our veteran rewards. This is a special way to celebrate your time with Siege. For each year you've been with us, you'll receive a unique reward to honor your dedication. If you've been with us since year 3, for example, you'll receive 7 rewards from year 3 to year 9. And for those who have been with us since year 1, we've prepared something truly special. A new, exclusive black ice skin. This is our way of saying thank you for standing with us through every battle, every season, and every moment that continues to shape the future of Siege.
We also want to celebrate your legacy in Siege with a special badge of honor. This exclusive badge marks the year you joined the fight, a testament to your dedication and journey in the game. Whether you're a recent recruit or a battle-hardened veteran, this badge is yours to wear with pride. Now, it's time to talk about an important change that's come into the game. Recently, we introduced crossplay, giving you the ability to play with your friends no matter which platform they're on. With Siege X, we're tearing down barriers.
ศูนย์ซีรี
Ready
ส์
to
ขึ้น
welcome
หรือว่า
more players
RX
to dare to
6,000ซีรีส์
experience
ขึ้นไป
the
เล่นไม่
best
ได้มีคนบอกแบบ
tactical
นี้
FPS. We want to make it easier to invite your friends to play the game.
แสดงว่า
We
แบบ
want to continue to grow the community. And we want to continue to build this game with veterans and new players from around the world. Starting June 10th, with the launch of Siege X, new players will be able to download the game for free and jump directly into the Siege experience. Free access will help grow the Siege community, but we want to ensure that Siege remains fair and protected, particularly for Ranked and Siege Cup. So, let's break it all down so you know what to expect as a new player and a veteran.
With free access, players can dive into our brand new game mode, Dual Fronts. Learn the mechanics through our onboarding
10 มิถุนายน
playlist,
ใช่ไหม
sharpen their skills in quick match, have fun in seasonal events, and we heard you. Unranked is making its long-awaited comeback.
เอ้ยอันแรงกลับมา
Unranked offers a competitive yet approachable experience for free access players to test their skills and explore the new pick and ban system, which you'll see in action in our show match later on. Free access players can experience core Siege gameplay and access training modes, earn XP, and unlock rewards. As part of the new onboarding process, players can earn and customize up to 26 operators through play. Additional operators can still be unlocked using the currency they earn to continue to grow their roster. The most competitive playlists, Ranked and Siege Cup, are high stakes and reserved for those who unlock the next level of Siege competition
โอ้
through
แรงต้อง
premium
50
access.
ขึ้น
And as always, you'll need to be level 50 to participate. Also, I want to reassure our dedicated players. You will keep access to everything you have. That's right, don't worry, veteran players. You'll keep access to everything you've earned over the past 10 years. Your access to our competitive playlists, such as Ranked and Siege Cup, your progression, your operators, your inventory, will all be yours to keep and to continue building for the future. No payments or action required to transfer your progress. As Siege continues to grow, we're not just preserving your legacy, we're refreshing the experience for every player. With Siege X, our totally revamped UI will be more than just a new coat of
เชี่ย
paint.
น่า
How
อยู่
you navigate through game modes, browse your battle pass, and interact with Siege is faster, it's more intuitive, and more immersive. The
มันนาม
UI
ผมมันรู้สึก
overhaul
มัน
also
คุ้นๆ
streamlines
ว่ะ
your experience as you track your journey as a Siege player. So whether you're a veteran bringing in new friends or a fresh recruit, we've revamped Siege's global progression system. Clearance levels, reward unlocks, and challenges have been improved, making it easier to track your progress and navigate the early stages of the game. Our focus was to make getting into Siege as fun as possible, while giving you the tools you need to learn the deep and rewarding systems of the game.
We're thrilled to welcome new players into Siege with free access. And we know that a growing community comes with responsibility. With Siege X, we're making sure the game is the most secure it's ever been. That means industry-leading player protection, fairer matchmaking, and continued efforts to encourage a positive game that welcomes everyone. First, let's talk about game security.
Last
Game
month at the Sixth
security.
Invitational, we introduced R6 Shield Guard, our latest anti-cheat initiative. To catch up on the current status of R6 Shield Guard, let's hear from programming team lead Adrian Fres.
anti-cheat
Cheating and toxicity have no place in Siege, and we won't rest until it's a thing of the past. At SI, we introduced our new initiative, Rainbow Six Shield Guard.
Shield
Our
Guard.
Shield Guard takes a multifaceted approach to anti-cheat. Our QB system distributes different executables to our players, preventing tampering and issuing sanction when detected. By doing hardening is the act of encrypting and hardening our game code to make it even more difficult to tamper with. Our security measures have rendered cheat makers' capacity to come back online much harder, with some of them exiting the scene entirely. Gameplay Violation, our in-game defense system that allows for detecting players performing impossible behavior within the game, like sprinting while shooting. This system basically renders rage cheating a thing of the past, and we are working to keep it that way. Our next line of defense, Mousetrap, detects the use of mouse and keyboard in console pools. Our final line of defense is data. We use AI and analytics to detect irregular and exploitative behavior in the game. With SiegeX, our Siege Shield Guard updates live without the need of a scheduled maintenance. Cheats will be harder, more difficult, and costlier to make, and cheat makers won't be able to anticipate security updates before they come in. Our Siege Shield Guard is a long-term investment. We're here to stay, and we can't wait to share more.
We're taking anti-toxicity in the game seriously as well, and we've made huge strides to make sure that everyone feels comfortable playing the game. We've doubled down on our mission. There is no room for abusive language and harassment in Siege. Here's Lancelot Satjay, Associate Director of Player Protection and Game Security, to talk about the systems we have in place.
Toxicity. We know that toxicity has become more frequent in game, especially with a constant increase over the past 2 years. But the good news is, since Year 9 Season 4, the past December, we are now seeing the first decrease in toxicity. This is thanks to features such as our rework reputation system that addresses recurrent toxicity while rewarding constant positive behavior. Plus, our recently implemented automated text chat moderation. Since its release in Year 9 Season 4, the number of unacceptable messages has been divided by 2. We are constantly working to improve and balance detections. We are also dedicated to protect potential targeted players with our privacy setting features. In Year 10, the reputation system is fully activated. It means that the most toxic players, the one with a dishonorable standing, have been removed from ranked standard and Siege Cup matches as they were impacting 25% of games played. Players with a positive standing are receiving rewards and specific car backgrounds. The more constructive feedbacks we receive, the better and fairer our systems are. To do so, use the in-game bot function or contact us through R6Fix. We are listening to your feedback, and player protection will continue to evolve to make sure that the game is safe for you, even more with free access.
Aussie first.
Anti-cheat and anti-toxicity are top priorities for us on Siege. And I want to thank Adrien and Lancelot and their teams for their work making the game the most competitive and fair it's ever been. Now, let's talk about the maps and visual updates we mentioned at the 6th Invitational. We've been listening, refining, and working behind the scenes to bring you game-changing updates to core Siege gameplay. SiegeX isn't just about the new experiences. It's about making the 5v5 Siege you love even better. From mechanics to quality of life improvements and everything in between, we're ushering in a new era for Siege.
One of the biggest changes coming to Siege is our modernized map update. We know how important maps are in Siege, and we've been hard at work improving visuals, readability, and overall gameplay flow to make every engagement more tactical and immersive. These updates will enhance lighting and textures and be more in line with the dark, gritty tone that people picture when they think of Siege, all while maintaining the strategic depth players love. But words can only do so much, so let's take a look at how these changes come to life in action.
โอ้โหดูสดใสขึ้นรู้สึกดูสดใสขึ้นหรือเปล่าโอ้เพิ่มเจ็กมากขึ้นด่านแบงค์ธนาคารก็โอเคคือมีชาร์จไฟโอ้มีแทงแก๊สโอเคฉันจำได้ละโอ้ด่านนี้ไม่ได้เจอนาน
โอ้โหเล่นไปเลย
มันดูดีขึ้นนะ
That's right. At launch, CJX will introduce 5 fully modernized maps: Clubhouse, Chalet, Bank, Cafe, and Border. After the season of Siege X's debut, each new season will deliver 3 more modernized maps. We've done significant work on these environments. We've rebuilt the lighting engine to bring more realistic atmosphere with richer contrast and colors. All major surfaces have been redone, with materials looking more real thanks to updated, physically based rendering standards, displacement mapping, exposure compensation, and increased resolution. For PC players, that means an optional true 4K texture pack for the sharpest, most detailed environments possible. For those watching the stream, we'll be sharing all of these videos today at full resolution so you can see the difference. Building on the technology of lighting and modernized maps, we're also introducing a feature that adds a whole new layer to tactical awareness: first-person shadows.
Now you'll have to think twice about your positioning. If you're entering a room or passing a hallway, you'll be able to see whether your shadow is revealing your location to waiting enemies. This small but crucial detail makes movement and positioning more important than ever. The reason we can make all these changes and still ensure a competitive experience is because of a major change we're doing in making our enemy outlines updated.
When we talk about stealth in Siege, we want players to focus on how much noise they make, not how visible they are. We always want enemies to be clear and identifiable. The new outline system means even with the more immersive lighting, enemies can't hide in the shadows. This is a big change, but one that over time feels natural and ensures a fun and fair game. As usual, we'll keep listening to your feedback and make adjustments as needed. Another big change is the Repel update in Siege X, bringing more options to the most unique movement mechanics in first-person shooters.
Repelling has always been a defining feature of Siege, but we knew it could be even better. With Advanced Repel, you can now sprint along the wall, and you can pull off what we saw Callie do back in the Playbook story trailer. You can now transition around corners while on Repel, including when sprinting. Here's those improvements in game.
ไต่ข้างได้เยี่ยมเลย ผมวิ่งไต่ข้าง สำหรับคนช
หนั
อบ
ง
เล่น
คาเฟ่เนี่ยไม่โคตรเท่เลยอู้หูโหดไม่ยิง
เสียงปืนแม่ง
Smooth cornering and sprinting makes rappelling on a wall and executing a plan so much more satisfying.
It's all about giving players more control, making movement feel natural, intuitive, and immersive. This is why we've also taken the time to update our basic movement in the game to include momentum as well. No more start and stop movement, but true flow and responsiveness. Let me give you a concrete example of this in action. Picture yourself moving across the bed in the bedroom gym side of Clubhouse. Before the changes, as soon as you ran off the bed, you would immediately stop running, drop straight down, and then start running again once you've landed on the floor. With the momentum-based movement update, you will continue to run off of short drops and carry your momentum with you. This achieves a new level of flow and immersion in the moment-to-moment action of Siege. We can't wait to see the creative plays that these changes will inspire.
We've talked visual improvements and new movements. Let's dive into something that's going to shake up gameplay itself. Say hello to destructible ingredients.
During an operation, every detail matters. Your intel, your loadout, your position, but above all else, your environment.
Jeez, moving. เชี่ย
แก๊สแล้วก็
ถังดับเพลิง
ที่เพิ่มเข้ามาเยโด
แม่ง
มีไฟจีเย็นเทคนิคอลจ้า
เทคนิคอลจัดเลย
All right, I freaking love these things. Destructible ingredients are shaking things up in Siege, bringing fresh tactical opportunities for both attackers and defenders. These aren't just environmental details, they're strategic tools that swing the outcome of combat engagements in modernized maps and dual front. First up, fire extinguishers. You'll see these scattered across the map, and when they're destroyed, they release a thick cloud of smoke, giving you some quick visual cover, but that's not all. If an enemy is standing too close when one bursts, they'll be concussed, setting you up for the perfect push. Next, we have gas pipes, and these can really disrupt the flow of the fight. Shoot it, and it releases a controlled flame, cutting off rotations and forcing roamers to
ใส่
move.
โอ้กันแฟลง
But here's the catch. Once the fire reaches its peak, the pipe explodes, covering the area in flames and creating a brutal area denial effect. And finally, metal detectors. You have seen these before, but they're a little more responsive than you've come to know them. Metal detectors are now fully interactive. You can disable them temporarily or permanently, giving you the control over when movement is detected. Do you disable them to sneak through unnoticed, or leave them on to bait enemies into giving away their position? You can even destroy them outright with explosives.
ว้าว
ไอ้เหี้ยแทคติคอลมากขึ้น
ถือว่าแบบระเบิดอะไรเงี้ย
These destructible ingredients introduce new tactical possibilities, giving players more ways to manipulate their surroundings and outplay their opponents.
Each of these destructible ingredients adds a new layer of strategy and creates fresh opportunities for creative play. Whether you're using them to gain an advantage or counter an opponent's plan, they'll keep every round dynamic and unpredictable. We can't wait to see the tactical strategies you'll come up with. Destructible ingredients will be available in modernized maps and in the dual front game mode. And we're not done working on destructible ingredients. We'll be listening to all of you to see how we evolve them in the future. Speaking of listening, audio in Siege is one of the most important tools a player can use to get a competitive edge.
เสียงแม่ง
That's why we're introducing the biggest audio overhaul Siege has ever seen.
เสียงแม่งสำคัญสำหรับเกมนี้มากเลย
Every gunshot, footstep, and explosion will be more accurate, more immersive, and more clear than ever before. You're going to want to turn up your volume and put on your headphones for this one. Get ready to hear the difference.
แชทเล่งเสียงเลย แล้วมาฟังพร้อมกันเดี๋ยวเขาดูดิ Better with headphone
In Rainbow Six Siege, audio has been overhauled to convey a greater sense of accuracy in order to give players more cues to reliably detect enemy actions. These audio enhancements add a layer of spatial distinctions, making it easier to tell if someone is coming from your left or your right. Sound propagation has been upgraded, with sound traveling vertically and allowing players to know if an enemy is pushing from above or below.
ใครมันบ้ายืนบนแฮดซอฟต์วอร์3 คนบ้าหรือเปล่า
Also propagates through openings
ขอโทษครับ
created in surfaces,
อ่ะ
offering
การ
more
เปิดซอฟต์วอร์ทำให้แบบเสียงรอดผ่านเข้ามาง่ายขึ้น
Sound reverberation is more
ถ้าแบบ
realistic,
ไม่ได้เปิดเสียงมัน
relaying
จะสะท้อน
whether
กลับ
nearby
นี่
actions
หรอ
are coming from a big room, a small room, indoors or outdoors, making pinpointing enemy locations more reliable. These audio innovations offer new tools to adjust response tactics, deliberately cause noise to draw rivals into an ambush, or use carpeted areas to limit the sound of infiltration, and use flashbangs to mask the sounds of powerful abilities, making for a more immersive, refined, and satisfying tactical shooter experience.
ว้าว โอเค
I get goosebumps
เป็นผม
every
ทำ
time
เท้า
I
เบา
hear the new
ใช่
audio.
โอ
With
เค
this audio
คือเสียงมันชัดมากขึ้น
sound in Siege
แยกเสียงได้ง่ายขึ้น ซ้ายขวา บนล่าง
You'll be
ใช่ไหม
able to pinpoint gunshots,
แล้วก็
footsteps, and explosions more accurately, whether
แต่
they're
เอาจ
coming
ริง
from
อ่ะ
left,
ที่แบบเสียงรอดผ่านซอฟต์วอร์อ่ะ
or below.
มันก็มีมานานแล้วนะ
Intel makes or breaks great plays in Siege. With
แต่
this
ก็
enhanced
แต่ก็โอเค
audio has become an
ผม
even
จำกัน
greater Intel asset and is more reliable than ever. Audio will be able to provide the intel you need to succeed, but to
เสียง
truly
ชัดมากเพื่อนผม
dominate,
ก็แยกไม่ออกอีก
teams
ดี
need to be
เฮ้ย
able to share that intel,
หมิ่นเพื่อนตัวเองเหรอ
coordinate attacks, and call out enemy positions. But we know that not everyone is comfortable using voice comms.
That's why we're introducing the communication wheel.
The communication
to design communication faster, clearer, and more accessible for everyone.
In the heat of battle,
Chat view.
communication is key. That's
Oh.
why the communication wheel is so important.
communication
It's your
view
new way to call the shots and keep your squad in sync. Need help with a breach or a rotate? Call out the spot for your play. Is an area clear? Let your squad know it's safe to reposition. Ready to make a push?
อย่างงี้ค่อยบอกได้
Tell
ไง
your team
แต่มันต้องปิง
you're
ไง
moving in and lead the attack.
เขาเรียกว่าแบบ
And when a team
เรารู้นะ
makes
ว่าทุกคน
the
แบบ
right
ไม่ค่อยใช้
move,
ปาก
confirm
ใน
with
การ
an
พูด
okay.
เนี้ย
This
เรา
is
ก็เลย
a
แบบ
quick thank you
ทำ communication
to keep the
view
team
แม่กับ
working.
คุณนะครับ จะได้แบบคุยกันง่ายนะกูอยากจะเจาะตรงนี้จะทำอะไรตรงนี้อะไรเงี้ย ขอบคุณครับ แต่ถ้าคนมันไม่ทำมันก็ไม่ทำอยู่ดีป่ะแชทขนาดไม่แค่เอื้อมมือไปกดตัวยีตึ๊กแล้วก็พูดออกมา Can you please
We covered a lot of
มันยังไม่ทำเลย
But what about weapons? We know how much players love their weapon skin.
แต่มันก็แบบ
and now,
น่าจะ
for the
คน
first
ทำ
time
เยอะ
in
มากขึ้นนะ
Siege, you can check them
น่า
out
จะใช้เยอะ
with weapon inspect.
โอ้โห
I know we've been looking forward to weapon inspect just as much
เชี่ย
as
ดู
you
แสง
have.
เงาดิแชท
Rifles,
Yeah.
pistols, shotguns.
ว้าว
100 weapons in the game.
โถ่
And you can
สาย
inspect every single one of them on the battlefield.
เฮียจะ
Now
สกิน
is the
ปืน
time
ได้
to
ว่ะ
flex your favorite skins and
สักพักแม่งแบบ
appreciate
โชว์
every
ปืน
single
แล้ว
detail.
360 องศายิง ได้
You're
เท่
about
เลย
to see all of these
That
changes
hey
in
เลย
action in a 5v5 show match with your favorite creators. But before we get there,
ติ๊กต็อก
I wanted to take a moment to speak directly to all of our veteran players and community. I'd just like to personally thank you for making Siege what it is today.
อุ้ยจะร้องไห้จะร้อง
I
ไห้
myself am a year 1 player. In the last
ตัว
10
ผมเอง
years,
ผมเป็นผู้เล่นเยนหนึ่งเล่นมา10
thank
ปี
you
แล้
for
ว
the laughs. Thank you for the revives. Thank you for the adrenaline
Oof.
pumping clutches.
บทซึ้งนี่แล้ววะเชี่ย
And thank
น้ำ
you
ตา
for
จะไหล
the EMPs and cover fire as I was trying to
พี่
open
น้ำตา
them
พี่คอเบ้าแล้ว
To 10 years of this game and the moments that have come with it are truly something to celebrate. And I can assure you that we still have plenty in store throughout the year to celebrate this momentous milestone with all of you. We've been building towards this moment for 3 years.
เย็นเขาบอกนั่นแหละมันแบบ
ไม่ร้อง
เชี่ยน้ำตาจะไหล
We've been building towards this moment for 3 years.
เขาทำนี้มา 3 ปี
We'll finally be able to share it.
ในสุดเราต้องมาแชร์ทุกคน
Of a new era of Rainbow Six Siege.
นี่คือยุคใหม่ของเรนโบว์
Our commitment to keeping Siege at the top is the best team-based tactical shooter ever.
เย็นดู
let's go
This is our commitment to the next 10 years of Siege.
cool
The next 10 year เลยพี่ชาย
And this is our commitment to you, our players, for being here this whole time. Thank you.
ขออนุญาตปรบมือเลยครับ
โหยิงตบมือ Let him cook Let him cook Let him cook
has changed my life, and I've had many players from around the world.
เฮ้ยบทซิงยังไม่หมดเลยเหรอพี่
เล่นใหญ่เกินไปแล้ว
Continuation of this life-changing game, and on behalf of the entire team, we're working so hard to build on the amazing legacy.
ดูแม่งทุกคนน่ะ
Thank you all.
ครับผมเพชรสวยเพชรสวย
The stories you share, the friends you make along the way, and the passion you have for the game inspires us to always make Siege better. And we have one more announcement. As you know, our esports event, Reload, will take place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, this May. And today we can say that we are excited to announce that this will be the first Siege competition ever played on Siege X.
ก็คือการแข่งขันแรกของ CHX นะครับผมที่บราซิล
The modernized maps, the overhauled audio, the new repel mechanics, the works. Reload will also be the place for us to share with you the full roadmap for year 10 and give you an idea of what's to come after the launch of Siege X on June 10th. Before we jump
จูน 10 มิถุนาวันที่ 10 ใช่ไหม CHX มามิถุนา
Wow. Thank you so much, Alex and Josh. Incredibly exciting updates.
อีกซีซั่นหนึ่งอ่ะ
And now a little surprise for all of you Ash fans out there. Let's take a look.
CHX Pack โอ้สวยก็เราเห็นไปแล้วนี่หว่าวันก่อนอุ้ยสกินชาม
เครดิต12จัง
CHX Pack
ขายอีกแล้ว
And I didn't really expect it to get so emotional, but to Josh's point, it's not just the lives have been made better by this game. Both of us as well. It's many of you. We're not just a community. In a lot of ways, it feels like a family. And for the last 10 years, so many people's lives have
ซื้อ
been
มาเล่น
made
ดีไหม
better
ครับ
by
ทุกคน
Siege. So
มันจะเปิดเป็นเกมฟรีแล้วครับ
very heartfelt thanks to the
ถ้าคุณแบบไม่อยากจะเสียเงินซื้อคุณก็รอเล่นตอนฟรีก็ได้
people on the esports side of things, to the streamers and
ถ้า
content
นั่ง
creators,
ชิลจัด
but most
ใช่ครับ
importantly,
ฝรั่งเขาชิล
to you watching, because we wouldn't be here without you.
ๆรถแมปที่เหลือมาช่วงแข่งเดือนพฤษภาคมครับเพิ่งกลับมาเล่นในรอบปีตอนนี้กดทั้งวันทั้งคืนเฮ้ยมันขนาดนั้นเลย เล่นฟรีเล่นแรงไม่ได้ใช่เหมือนจะต้องซื้อใช่ไหมหรือว่าแบบเวล50ก็เล่นได้ละเมื่อกี้ผมแอบงงๆอยู่นิดหน่อยมันก็เหมือน CSGO อ่ะเหมือน PUBG นะครับอยากเล่นแรงก็ต้องซื้อ สรุปเป็นภาคใหม่มันเป็นเวอร์ชันอัปเกรดเฉยๆครับแต่อัปเกรดแบบถอยหลังภาพนี่คือย้อนไปช่วงแบบเกมเปิดแรกๆนะครับผมกำลังคิดอยู่ แต่ชอบนะชอบแบบนั้นมากกว่าแบบปัจจุบันนะครับ
I just complimented you.
พี่
How
บว
are
ย
you booing me? I'm
ที่พี่
right.
บวยเรียกว่าแชทพี่บวยพูดกับใครเหรอ
It's
ครับ
very hurtful.
Maybe weapon inspect?
อ้าวแชทก็คือทุกคนไงทุกคนดูไง
Weapon inspecting
เรียกว่าแชทไง
cards. They love it. That's a cheap pop. That's a cheap pop. A lot of big updates to the core of Siege. We saw a lot of it during Dual Front, but now you'll get to see it in action.
ยังไม่ทันจบโชว์แม่งเริ่มด่ากันในเริ่มด่าเลนโบว์ในกลุ่ม จริงเหรอกลุ่มเลนโบว์มันหนักจังว่าเฮ้ย
Some of you maybe
ชกกัน
in December
ด่าแล้วเหรอ
2015. We've decided to adopt another dev though. We had both Alex and Josh on earlier, and now we're going to bring in our good friend Chris to talk about something else that is a little bit
กลุ่มไทยปะหรือว่าแบบกลุ่มต่างชาติ
hasn't been
แต่
in
ผม
the
เดาว่า
game
กลุ่มไทยนะ
since the beginning.
เอ้ยแม่งเปิดเลย
Become a fundamental part of Siege, and I am going to put some blame on you. You're the reason why people's favorite operators aren't available in certain games. We're going to be talking about
คนเบ
pick
ต้า
and
ซิกเอ็ก
ban.
ได้มาแล้ว
While we
เล่น
talk
ได้ทุก
about
คน
the
นะครับ
pick
ต้อง
and
มี
ban, let's get
การ์ด
ready
จอ
for
ใช่ครับ
Skittles
การ์ดจอต้อง
versus
ส่ง
Meaty
0
Marley in our
ซีรีส์ขึ้นไปนะครับ
5v5
สำหรับ
show match.
RTX นะครับแล้วก็ RX 6000 ซีรีส์ขึ้นไป
Come on, you can do better than that.
อันนี้ผมพูดไปแล้วก่อนหน้านี้นะครับ
I feel like that was like the same energy. I'm surprised it's not as loud.
Chris, there's something very
เอาวะ
different going on the screen right
เชี่
now.
ยแบน3แชท
Yeah, we're now seeing our newly
แบน
updated
3 ตัว
pick and ban system for ranked, Siege Cup, and the returning unranked.
แล้วแบนพร้อมกัน
So
ด้วยเหรอ
each team will ban one operator
Oh.
before each round and up to 3 operators on each side.
คือแบบ
This new system
ตอนแรกแบนแค่
is
2
much
ตัวก่อน
faster.
แล้วเวลาผ่านไป
The
ค่อยแบน
action
อีก
of both
แล้วก็แบน
attack
อีก
and defense,
โอ
ban
เค
in parallel.
โอเค
It
what
also
the hell
offers more strategic options when planning your next round, as you can ban with the knowledge of which site you want to defend or attack. For example, if you want to defend basement or
Ooh.
chalet, you can
โอ้
ban a ramp
ภาพ
before
โค
the
ตรส
next
วย
round. You can also act on
Oh,
information you
God.
gain throughout the match. So if you notice they have a good smoke, you can take him off the table and force your opponents to
What
switch
the
up
fuck?
their defense.
มาถึงก็
We
ทุ
are
บเล่นเลยเหรอ
excited to see how this shakes up the
เชี่ย
meta. You can ban more ops, it's faster, and you have more intel to inform your decisions. We have a specific adaptation
Ooh,
system
Siege.
for our esports competition. You'll see
การ
the
วิวัฒ
esports
นาการ
version of this
แบบว่า
week.
ย้อนกลับของ Rainbow Six ครับผม แค่ปรับภาพเป็นแบบเดิม
In May,
คนก็ไฮป์กันแล้วโคตรเจ๋งเลยเกมอะไรวะเนี่ย
Much, Chris. Is there anything you
คุณ
want to add?
คุณปรับภาพมานานมากให้ภาพมันเห็นง่าย
Unadopted.
คุณทำแบบเพื่อเกมนี้ให้มันเป็นเกม tactical มาหลายปีมาก สุดท้ายปรับกันแบบ
I don't wanna
ปรับ
throw
แบบ
stones
เดิม
on the pick and ban, we already went over
โอเค
that, but I will say once again, thank you
ดี
so
นะ
much
ที่
for
มาพร้อมกับ
everything.
โอ้
Thank you for today. Thank you
เกือบ
for
โดน
coming. The
มาพร้อม
creators,
แบบการ
casters,
อัปเกรด
our dev team,
ระบบเสียงแบบ
thank you so much.
And we thank you as
Ooh.
well. It's a joint effort. There are a lot of people who
เอา
work
ครับ
tirelessly for countless
แต่
hours
ทั้งหมด
to
ทั้งมวล
make
มันก็มีแค่เนี้ย
not
นะ
just
ชัด
Siege X happen, but this
เดี๋ยวเรามาดู
Siege
เกม
X
เพลย์นะครับผม
showcase lots of people behind the scenes. You get to hear and see our faces, but we're not here without the other people who are
ฟันหมา
operating
เหมือน
the
กัน
cameras, the mics, production, and all of that. So a heartfelt thank you to them as well. Where
There we go.
you're supposed to
There
clap.
we go.
You're supposed to clap too.
Cut on it, yeah.
Now, one
ไม่
of the
มี
things that was
ไม่มีตัวช่วย
touched
เจาะ
on
โฮลิแครบว่าแต่เหรอ
destructible ingredients.
EMP Impact ไม่มี
Immediately, Meaty Marley
โอเค
meleeing the fire
จริงๆผมไม่อยากจะ
extinguisher.
จริง
And
จัง
another
มากนะ
just
เหมือน
went
เกม
as
แข่ง
well.
เข้าใจไหม
Now,
แต่ว่าแบบ
you can
ดูทุกคน
wait
ก็ดูจริงจังอยู่
and
นะ
let those
ยิงจากหน้าต่างได้ถูกต้องนะครับ
ingredients
เปิดหน้าต่าง
go
ยิง
in the
ยิงทะลุมา
cutting crust of
ไม่
a
ให้แบบ
match.
บัณฑิตทริก
Or if
ทีม
you
รับก็
think
ไม่
that
ได้มี
they
แคส
might
เซิล
hinder
กั้น
you,
ไว้นะครับ
you can get rid of them real early on. There's
โอเปนนิ่ง
variations
คิว
to
โอ้
it.
สกิตเติลโดนโอ้โห
That we all know and love that you
ตัว
can
ตึงโดนเหรอ
outsmart an opponent. You can just get rid of it entirely. I love that you are
มอง
able
โคตรยาก
whether you want to deal
มอง
with it
ยาก
or
มาก
you can get rid of it right
มื
away.
ดจัด
It gives that
แล้วมองไปข้างนอกเป็นไง
can appreciate that it's not
จ้าจัด
necessarily
อย่าบอกนะว่าแบบ
the fact that this is now
แสง
a
จ้า
element in
จ้าไปเลยอะ
these maps, such as Clubhouse
เมื่อ
does
กี้มันตัด
change
ข้าม
the
ทำไม
dynamic of how this map can be played.
โอ้ย
For
สอย
me,
โอ้
instantly,
ดับเบิลคิว
I
มาเลย
think about rotating.
มาเลย
Hit
ดับเบิลคิว
that active ingredient to make those pipelines go off, to cut off that rotate, whether that's an attacker, whether that's a defender doing that, it just creates another element to Siege.
Now the teams on your screen
กลับ
as
ภาพ
you
ก็
can
ยังไม่ทัน
see
โอ้โห
on the bottom
ทีมงาน
portion,
เซอร์ไพรส์อู้ไหลชิวจัด เอ้าแปลก
You know, I think he got his workout in. I think the blood's flowing in the biceps. They're filled
The
now.
tap
He got
fought.
2K. He just hit a frost mat, so honestly, leg day isn't looking too great. Can't lift that up unless you don't have a strong core, so we might have to take that back for the next round. But I mean, with a 1v1.
ว้า
He clutches it out.
He took him to the academy.
They did. First round on the
โอ้แม่งจ้าแล้วเกิน
มันก็ดู
Clubhouse is one of the
เอางี้
five
ดีกว่า
maps that have
ผมถามทุกคนดีกว่า
received a visual
ชอบไหม
update/visual
เนี่ยผ่านไป1 ราวแล้วแบนนะครับผม ชอบกด1นะเฉยๆกด 2
the pick and ban at the start of
ไอ้
the
ที่แบบ
match
ว่า
anymore.
การปรับภาพและเสียงและแสงเขาเนี่ยชอบกด 1ไม่ชอบกด 2 ส่วนตัวกด 1นะส่วนตัวผมกด 1นะครับ
The defenders
โอเค
didn't wanna
มัน
deal with
พูด
Amonte,
นะครับ
and now they don't want to deal with the Blackbeard. Hey, let me say this. This isn't an esport event.
ราวแรก
But
แบน
even the
2 ตัว
casual
102แบนอีก
community says, we don't want to play with shields. Let's get rid of them. So Blackbeard ban and
2 แล้วถ้า
a
เกม
bandit
แข่ง
ban,
อะ
and the one thing that you can
น่า
leave
คิดปะ
on
ชัด
your experience
สมมติ
play
ว่าถ้าเป็นเกมแข่ง
a bandit ban
แบ
by
น
the
ไปถึง
attackers
4 ตัว
comes
เลย
in
เปล่า
because you are
แบบ
expecting
8 ตัวอย่างเงี้ย
your defending
ยิ่งเวลาผ่านไปก็ยิ่งแบนได้
to go
แบ
to a
นได้
certain
อย่างเงี้ย
bomb site. Now, it looks like Team Meaty Marley will go down to basement, where
ไม่
bandit
ไปได้
isn't necessarily as critical. Kaid tends to be a stronger operator here, but no bandit means
เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้เดี๋ยวลองไปเล่นนะครับพรุ่งนี้ผมมีไลฟ์สตรีมสำหรับซีเช็คนี่แหละนะครับผมก็ใครที่ได้โค้ดก็มาลองเล่นกันได้นะกดดักกันได้นะครับผมแบบขำๆนะครับพรุ่งนี้ก็เดี๋ยวน่าจะไลฟ์สตรีมช่วงดึกนะครับเดี๋ยวนัดเล่นกับเพื่อนก่อนนะแต่จริงๆคีย์เบต้านี่หาไม่ยากเลยนะดูจากดรอป30 นาทีก็ได้แล้วนะครับสำหรับใครที่อยากจะลองซีเช็คนะครับทุกคนครับพรุ่งนี้ดูดรอปเสร็จกดเคลมพรุ่งนี้เล่นได้ละนะครับ
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen
จริงๆก็น่าจะหลังจบโชว์เคสก็น่าเล่นได้เลยนะ
endless opportunities, abilities. I just saw 3 cap cams in front of that door. I don't typically see that. So the fact that we're seeing Amir on an unreinforced
Spawn
first
peek.
wall, it makes
หัวหลุด
sense. Going for a spawn kill here, but
เกือบ
Ross
แตก
can't get it done. But back to your point of just, you know, getting rid of certain operators through and through without each round instead of it being at the very forefront of it, again, creates such a different level in how you want to approach Siege, and that's always been the beautiful thing about Siege. It's you can't get too comfortable. The meta is constantly shifting, and I think we can all agree that you need to be on your toes.
ได้ขี่แล้วใช้ยังไงใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวเขาจะมีหลังจากจบโชว์เคสอ่ะเขาจะมีลิงก์ครับ
plays
เย็
in.
นๆนะ
I will say with all the changes
เดี๋ยว
we've
ต้องรอ
seen,
จบ
the audience did seem the loudest at the weapon inspect. It has been
Rightfully so, but
ตอนนี้เขายังไม่ได้แบบว่า
the visual enhancements
เปิด
as
ให้
well.
เข้าไปเล่นนะ
Clubhouse looks absolutely beautiful.
that drywall looks like it was put up yesterday.
I think you can smell it if you get a lot.
I can.
โอ้โหไหล
Smells like a new build. Which
อะไร
by the
โผล่
way,
ออกมาวะเนี่ย
seems like CJX is. Now we both come from esports,
โอ้แต่
so
เงามันทำให้แบบเวลาทีมรับพีคมานี่เห็นเงาเลยนะเว้ย
we'll also take some time to be a bit more
Ooh,
casual
nice.
in the way we go about this. And all of these players currently competing know Clubhouse. It's one of the oldest maps. It
ขนาด
came
เงา
with the
ของ
game
บอม
in
ยังมี
launch.
อ่ะชัด
It was the first map
โอเค
to receive an
เท่ากับว่า
update
แบบบางทีเราสามารถสังเกตโพซิชันของฝั่งตรงข้ามจากเงาได้เลยนะเว้ย
was at. As the game
ไอ้
evolved and we got
โพส
more
แพลนใน
operators,
จุ่มมา
maps became harder to defend,
อุ้ยหาตัวแพนไม่เจอ
and they needed some
What the hell was that?
Clubhouse was the first map to get it. There have been a couple since Oregon, Cafe, Chalet, etc.
เออ
Varsity
เอ
Games
อ
Farm and Clips, but
Somebody
it's
talking about Varsity just got put down.
Macy and Narco is the last two left. Diffuser running away.
มุมนี้โดน
And
นะ
a counter disable
เรียบร้อย
เรียบร้อย
เรียบร้อยอยู่แล้วเฮ้ยแต่ภาพก็โอเคนะผมชอบภาพแบบนี้มากกว่า
off of the defense. Macy as well,
นี่สิ
one
วะ
of the OGs making content since the game basically
fade
first
แล้ว
launched. There's a lot of Siege veterans and Siege royalty. You can say
Backfade.
that.
แสดงว่าในแรงก็ทำแบบนี้
Of course, Macy's gonna know how to play those post plants. I mean, you see his videos that he uploads. Macy does a very good job at capturing how
โอ้
Siege
ถ้าเป็น
is played at a
ผมว่ามัน
tactical
เจ๋งนะ
mindset.
ไอเดีย
He
เนี้ย
has a very
คือมันไม่เหมือนเกมอื่นที่แบบแบนแต่แรกใช่ไหมแบบหลายๆตัวแต่ว่า อันนี้มีวิธีมีเวลาให้แบบคิดเรื่อยๆว่าแบบเดี๋ยวคุณจะแบนตัวอะไรในรอบต่อไปเฮ้ยเล่นตัวอะไรได้อะไรเงี้ย ผมว่าถ้าพูดในเวแข่งนะมันยิ่งซับซ้อนเข้าไปใหญ่เว้ยเราไม่สามารถที่จะเดาทางได้สมมติว่าวันเนี้ยศัตรูมันเจออะไรแล้วเรายังคิดเล่นตัวนี้ได้ไหมอย่างเงี้ยสมมติแบบแบ็คเบียนหลุดแบนในแพทนี้ใช่ไหมคุณก็ยังเล่นแบ็คเบียนได้เรื่อยๆทุกราวที่คุณต้องการแต่ว่าเนี่ยเขาจะเซอร์ไพรส์แบนเมื่อไหร่ก็ได้อะไรเงี้ยมันทำให้แบบแผนที่วางมามันต้องแบบแก้หน้างานทีนึงถ้ามองในมุมมองเกมแข่งนะผมว่ามันคิดตามได้มันสนุกมากนะครับใช่มันต้องมีแผนเผื่อประเด็นคือฝั่งตรงข้ามเขาก็จะแบนด้วยใช่ไหมเพราะงั้นเราก็ต้องยิ่งคิดเลยพอสวิตช์ฝั่งไปแล้วแบบแล้วเขาแบนมาแบบเนี้ยเราจะทำไงนะครับอันนี้ก็เจ๋งคือปกติแบนมาปุ๊บนี่แบนกันเจาะอย่างรู้เลยว่าเกมนี้ต้องหยิบตัวอะไรบ้างแต่อันนี้อาจจะเซอร์ไพรส์เลยแม่งแบบอยู่ดีแบนตัวกันเจาะมาเลย2ตัวแบนตัวช่วยเจาะไปเลย2ตัวอะไรเงี้ยมันก็ต้องเปลี่ยนหน้างานบ้างกันไปนะเจ๋งอันนี้เจ๋งแต่จริงนะมันเริ่มจะสมองโตเกินไปแล้วเว้ยเอาจริงผมรู้สึกว่าแบบเรนโบว์ทุกวันนี้มันแบบยิ่งแต่มันก็ดีนะมันก็มีอะไรให้เล่นใหม่แต่แบบเกมสมองโตจริงๆอ่ะมันยิ่งละเอียดเข้าไปใหญ่แค่เงาเราก็ต้องนั่งคิดแล้วอ่ะแบบเงากูโผล่ตรงนี้ไม่เห็นกูบอกถ้ามันดังจากบูเงากูโผล่ใช่ไหมเขาก็ต้องเห็นเราก็ต้องแบบมูฟไปอีกจุดหนึ่งที่แบบอาจจะไม่มีเงามุมอับอะไรก็ว่าไปอุ้ยแต่ดูนี่ก่อนเฮียโอ้สบายโอ้แต่หายไป2โอ้เจ๊งเลยทีมบุกโดนล้อมแล้วครับออกไปไหนไม่ได้ครับตอนนี้โลจิสสายขวาโอ้กอดโอ้กอดโอ้กอดทำไมเสียงเกมไม่มีวะMarley lets the sledge of Yo Boy Roy swing by. We're not even a minute in, but Roy holds things up with a nitro cell, and Marley is on the board. What the hell was that?
There we go. Get the two-piece with the C4 from Rolo. Again, that's gonna be a TikTok clip that I'm sure she's going to upload as soon as possible.
They're all farming clips. They're all.
Okay, chat.
Sideswap has now come in, so
โอเคถ้าสลับฝั่งมาปุ๊บเริ่มแบนใหม่
When you're on attack, you ban a defender.
Correct.
When you are a defender, you ban an attacker.
Okay.
So gone are whether you want to remove one or the other. Now it's just locked in. You tackle it head on.
ผมเริ่มมีความรู้สึกแล้วว่าแบบมันเริ่มเท่าเทียมแล้วตอนนี้คือบางทีอะเวลาเราแบบเจอแบนเฟสตั้งแต่แรกเราจะดูได้รู้เลยว่าแบบทีมรับหรือทีมบุกมันได้เปรียบนะครับปะแต่นี่คือพอรีเซ็ตใหม่เท่ากับว่าอะไรเท่ากับว่าคุณก็ต้องมานั่งคิดใหม่มันก็เหมือนรีเซ็ตมันทำให้แบบทีมบุกกับทีมรับมีโอกาสเท่ากันนะแล้วถ้าแบบไอเดียในการที่แบบปกติเราเล่น6ราวแล้วเปลี่ยนเขาเรียกเปลี่ยนฝั่งบุกฝั่งรับใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวแค่3ราวเปลี่ยนฝั่งบุกฝั่งรับในเกมแข่งเนี้ยแล้วแบบไม่ต้องคิดแบบนี้เรื่อยๆโอ้ดิชิตนี่มันหลุมนรกคือแบบเกมมันจอกแบบเกมร้อยแผนน่ะนึกภาพปะสมมตินะนี่ผมไอเดียผมนะสมมติเกมแข่งมันต้องแข่ง3ราวแล้วสวาร์ปเรื่อยๆแล้วรีแบนในแต่ละราวโอ้ดิชิตเกมมึงแบบหัวมึงต้องแบบรันแบบ 300% อ่ะมือไม่ได้เลยอ่ะ
จริงอันนี้ไม่เถียง
งานหนักก็คือโคนนี่แหละนะครับไอ้เชี่ยแล้วแบบโอ้ยแล้วแบบถ้าบางทีมันแบบแผนเยอะๆคอมตัวละครเยอะๆแบนแบบไม่ซ้ำอะไรเงี้ยโอ้โหคุณถ้าคุณเป็นทีมที่เล่นแผนเดียวอ่ะไม่เวิร์กเลยเว้ยถ้าแบนมันออกเป็นอย่างนี้นะโอ้ดิชิตโอ้คลาสสิกไอโคโยไคมาหาข่าวรันเอาแต่ว่ากลับยากจัดอิมแพคมีสวยโอเคยูโรบอยจอดซ้ายขวาแท็กติคอลเชี่ยไทยฮาร์ดเหมือนกันนะเนี่ยนี่โชว์แมตช์จริงปะครับรู้ว่าฝั่งตรงข้ามมีบัณฑิตมาลิกไม่หยิบแต่เลือกที่หยิบลีชมา2ตัวแล้วพาร์ทบิชาร์ด1เซลมา1จอบซ้ายขวาพร้อมกันเพื่อให้บัณฑิตทิ้งไม่ได้
question is, I
แต่
mean,
ถ้าเป็น
we have
เทอร์ไม
a lot
ท์กับ
we've
เอส
already
เนี่ย
stressed
บัณฑิตอาจจะ
throughout
พลิกได้นะ
season.
ถ้า
Intel,
จิ้ม
Intel,
ลง
Intel, and we have
โดน
that
เทอร์ไมท์ก่อน
not
แล้วตาม
only
ด้วยเซล
with
มา
the Valkyrie,
แต่ถ้าเป็น
but
ฮาร์ด
then
บิชา
with
ร์
the
น่ะ
Echo.
มัน
So
ใช้เวลา
the
น้อย
question of
นะครับ
they have nothing
ยังไง
to
บัณฑิต
find
ก็
these
พลิก
cameras.
ไม่ทัน
They have to be vigilant of where they're planting, where they're going to be
ยกเว้น
trying
จังหวะ
to
ดี
execute
มาก
from,
อาจจะพอมี
and
โอกาส
seeing if they can find
จิ้ม
this
ไปโดน
intel where
ฮาร์ด
I'm
บิชาร์ก่อน
expecting Team Skittles to
โอ้
be utilizing that
ทามิง
แม่งทามิ่งโหแป๊บเดียวเรียบร้อยลง
ว้าว
He's now getting taken to the
เชี่ย
knee from Atheno, and it's not looking too
นี่
good.
เขาดูแข่ง SI มากันปะวะ ดูแบบพายฮาร์ดกันจัด นี่กูว่าไม่ใช่โชว์แมตช์แล้วแหละอันเนี้ย มีเงินรางวัลปะเนี่ย ดูทุกคนเน้นจัง โอ้โห สปินมาไม่ระวังครับสกิโตรออยู่แล้ว
โอ้โห
สกิโต
And then Roy will give the advantage to Skittles. They
ฝั่ง
sacrificed
ทีม
Varsity,
สกิ
and
โต
I
นี่
guess
คือ
the
แบ
rest
บ
of the team was like, now
ทรง
we
โค
can
ตรดี
play a
อะ
little bit better.
เอาไอโคไปรวมยิมนะครับ เพื่อใช้จังหวะรันเอาจากโยไคที่อยู่สติฟครับ แล้วก็มี Impact เพื่อแบบเปิดโรเทตกับ
Evenly balanced to this point.
Diffuser Drop
And boy,
ตัว
oh
นี้
boy, what a heady task
หน้า
for
เจาะ
Rasco and
โอ้โห
Atheno.
โดนรันเอา
On
เรี
the
ยบร้อย
right side of your on the right side of your screen, you see our free cam showing off part of the objective, but
ทีมสกิโตมันมีแต่แบบตัวตึงเลยนี่หว่าด็อกแม่งที่เจโยบอยอย่างเงี้ยคือแบบ
Team Skittles had
ไม่ใช่
surrendered
โย
the
บอยที
previous
เจนะเว้ย
round to Team Meaty Marley, but Team Skittles
แมตช์พอยต์
going back to a 2-round
เอาละ
Again, it's that information game. They were playing
Match
beautifully
point.
with that, going for spawn peaks, running out.
ถ้าผมเป็นทีมบุกนะ ผมจะแบนไข่ไข่แล้วก็หวังให้ทีมนู้นไม่แบนมาเล็กต้องเจาะให้ครบเว้ยแต่ว่าถ้าเป็นไซส์เบสเน้นยังไงก็ต้องไข่
Get rid of that information.
แบนแคสเซิ
We
ล
aren't going to get rid of that information. So that's a little
ฝั่ง
unfortunate.
รับก็แบน
But
ดักมา
to
เป็น
say the
เท
least
เช
for
อร์นะครับ
Roy, I think he's going to be a little actually no, a ban that. So Roy is actually banning his favorite character of Castle. That's kind of a questionable
ก็คือ
choice on my end.
จะเอาใคร
Because
ทริกนั่นแหละ
as we know, he loves Castle.
โอสโคโปส
Everyone
กับ
knows
เด
he
โมส
loves
ว่ะ
Castle.
คือถ้า
He
แบนเทเชอร์
makes
ต้องหยิบใคร
Castle, and now
ต้อง
he's
นะ
eliminating. So then it makes
ฝั่ง
you
ทีมส
question
กิโต
that.
คือมันเล่น
Are
เป็น
they
อะ
getting rid of the
นะ
castle because they know
ทีม
exactly
มิ
that
ตี้
they're
มันก็
gonna
พยายาม
find
แล้วแหละ
these strats
แต่สู้ไม่ได้
that we've seen through and through on all social medias.
น่าจะจบที่ 4-1 เอาสโกโปสไปรวม
very quickly
เอาไหม
on match point.
เอามีล่ามาเล่นเลเยอร์ข้างใน ถ้าสมมติทีมบุกหยิบเจาะมาไม่ครบ นอกจากคุณจะเปิดแฮชยากแล้ว คุณยังเจาะเชิร์ชยากอีกใช่ไหม
As we call it
ถ้าว่ากันแบบตามแข่งนะทีมสกิโตนี่คอมแข่งเลยอะ
comes for Team Meaty Marley unless they're capable
ยกเว้น
of
ยกเว้น
attack again.
ปอน แต่ปอนหยิบมาได้ เพราะว่ามีบาวายต้องไปวางไงตรงเสาบันไดบูนะครับ แล้วก็ไอพิษ
Should win the line
เนี่ยเราก็มีลาบปิดแผ่นนี้ทำโรเตทแผ่นกลาง ติดกระจกชัวร์
playing as defenders. Team Skittles did
แผ่นนี้
not
ของ
do that
ทีม
on
ส
their
กิโตเลย
maiden voyage of
ไม่เอา
defense.
เอาตึงจริง
Will they prolong
เอาจริง
this
นะ
series or will that
ใน
be it for our
ล็อบบี้
showdown?
แชมป์บ้านเราอ่ะไม่ยังไม่เซตขนาดนี้เลยบางที
I'm
อ่ะ
a little disappointed that Team Meaty Marley
มันหยิบตัวแบบโคตรตามใจฉันอะ
in particular it's
แบ
his
บ
namesake
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะเมตากูเก่งอะในแรงนะ
I was just going to say, it looks like
Uh.
Team Skittles is actually playing into their setup, or on the other end on Meaty Marley's. We were
ส
kind
กิ
of
โตมันเป็น
seeing
สาย
a
แบบ
little unorthodox
เล่นตึง
setup.
อยู่แล้ว
It's
นะ
not to say that unorthodox
แม็กซี่
gameplay
เจก็
doesn't
เล่นตึง
work
ได้
in a game like Siege,
สม
but from
สาย
what
สมอง
we're
โต
seeing
เลย
just at the basic level, Team Skittles is definitely trying to set up properly and
Ooh.
close it out here. And a 4-1.
มารีบโอ้
Does
โอ้
have
โห
the mirror. He
เห็น
did try to do what
โอ้
Meaty Marley, I
my
believe,
god
was
what the
successful
hell
in.
what the
But
hell
I
bro
get it. To continue on, Macy, I mean, Marley is
เฮ้ย
going to
OBS
clear
หลุดไป
with
แป๊บ
this
หนึ่ง
nomad. No
ไม่
one's
เป็นไร
drawing
กลับ
from.
มาอ
This
ยู่
is where you need to be
เชี่ย
droning.
คอนเทนต์เหมือน
This
เนี่ย
is key.
แต่สกิโตโอ้
Quick
โห
engagement.
วิบ
Buck ends up capitalizing on it.
Whip.
Now they're in a 5v3. This is actually looking very good. So as you know, I was commending on Team Skittles. There we go. We see that ingredient being displayed right there to block off any rotation going down the main lobby stairs. Wonderful catch from our
ไม่
observer.
ทันละ
But again, this is
รอบนี้ทีมบุก
looking
ทำดี
good for Meaty Marley.
ได้ตัว
They
รวมไป
just
ก่อน
have to
สอ
play
ง
this man advantage.
and these players in the lobby likely have
แต่ไม่มี
hundreds to even thousands of hours
ตัวที่จะเปิด
playing on Clubhouse.
สู้กับใครเนี่ยดิ
None of those hours
โอ้โห
played
แล้วยิง
with
จากด้านบน
the
ว่ะแม็กซี่เจ
indestructible
เกม
ingredients. So
ไอ้ใครล้อเจนเจาะแฮนด์ไม่ได้
I
นะ
appreciate the fact that they're trying to
ของอา
use
ทิโน
them
ใน
because it wouldn't be second nature to me. I wouldn't think, oh, I need to shoot one of these fire extinguishers. Oh,
Ui.
I need
ไม่
to
ทัน
pop
ได้
one of the
เจ็บนิดหน่อย
pipes. I would be thinking bog standard executes. Let's do what needs to be done. But They're showing off some of the changes.
โอ้โหรออยู่แล้วอ่ะ let's go ว้าว
เนี่ย4-1
รอเขากลับไหม
And this game is not over yet.
I think, you know, I think Marley's team heard what you're saying. I think you're a little disappointed in their gameplay, and then they go
ยังคงเป็น
in
match
probably
point
one of the hardest sites to try to take as an attacker, and you do it flawlessly. So again, it's going to be a question of what are you going to ban here to try to get you to push it to an
รอบ
overtime.
นี้ไซยิมยังไงก็ต้องแบนใครอีกนะเว้ย
See out of meeting
ไม่งั้นเล่น
Marley
ยาก
and from Team Skittles
ทีม
to
รับอาจจะ
either
ต้องแบน
help
แมป
secure
เอา
the
เฮ้ย
game or
โอ้แบนบัณฑิต
even further.
โอเค
So now we're seeing the bandit. I would have rather seen the bandit come out sooner when you are on that attack, but we are seeing the ace, so they are getting
งั้น
rid
ก็ต้อง
of
หยิบใครอีก
two hard breachers and that ability of Thatcher being
ปกติ
able
ชอบ
to help
เล่นสแตทมิล่านะ
with those.
แต่ถ้ากดโซโล่นี่เซตนี้ทีไรโดนด่าทุกทีใช่เหรอมีคนด่าด้วยเหรอ เซตแบบสมองโตฮัลโหลมิล่าเดี๋ยวนี้ใครเขาเล่นแบบนี้แชมป์โลกยังเล่นแบบนี้ไฮคิวลงไหมผมไม่เห็นไฮคิวนะวันนี้ดูระบบปิงหน่อยครับพี่ระบบปิงเหรอมีด้วยเหรอระบบปิงเอาหมายถึงแบบคอมมูนิเคตวิวใช่ไหมก็คือมันผ่านมาแล้วผมก็กลับไปไม่ได้ตอนต้นจบยังใช้ของเก่าเลยครับก็บอกอยู่ว่าเรนโบว์ซิกมันวิวัฒนาการแบบย้อนกลับทุกคนเห็นแบบนี้มันบอกว่ามันเป็นการอัปเกรดภาพใช่ไหมมันคือเรนโบว์ซิกแบบจะว่าไงดีมันคือเรนโบว์ซิกแบบเก่าเว้ยเดิมขนาด
I
นั้
think
น
it's pretty understandable that in the onset teams will destroy those
สรุปของเก่าดีอยู่แล้วผมก็ว่างั้นนะ
until
อาจจะมา
they
เพิ่ม
figure
texture
out how
นิด
to
หน่อย
use
นะ
them
ผมคิดว่าอย่างนั้น
to their advantage, right?
แต่แสงอะไรคือไอเดียแบบเดิม
Where
แล้วทำไมผม
suddenly
ได้
rotate is
ผม
cut
ได้
off,
ยิน
or
เสียง
you
ดี
lose
เล
a
ย์วะ
defender, or suddenly there's a
Holy
burst of
crap.
smoke that you're
น่า
not
เป็นทางนู้
accounting
น
for.
โอ้
Take care of them in the prep phase. Beautiful shot by Nugget to get rid of Macy J. Team
Macy
Meaty
J ตายละ
Marley on attack,
อันนี้คือแบบ
doing quite well.
ต้องการเจมตึงๆหรอวะ
I guess it's just an attacker-sided clubhouse.
Now, I am curious in terms of denial. Obviously, we have many things that can deny many things across the board. Now, obviously, with those pipes, when they are destroyed, it does emit that fire. I am curious with a Zoto canister if that then does freeze up the fire, delays it, and then it will explode almost immediately after. I would love to see that if we are able to, but
ทำไมเสียงเกมมันมั่วตัวไปหมดเลย
These are questions that will be answered when we get greater opportunities
Locate the
to
bomb อะไรอะ
play the core of Siege.
หล่อนละ
Reminder to everybody
เรนโบว์
getting access to that beta code. It is for dual front, not for the core Siege.
ระบบเสียงแบบอัปเกรด
Now, if you
เสียง
want
ไม่
to
ตรง
play
กับ
what
ภาพ
you're watching, you gotta play regular Rainbow Six Siege at the moment.
เสียงที่จอจับอยู่ไม่มีนะเว้ย
We'll give you
เป็น
access
มี
to
ของอะไรก็ไม่
Siege
รู้
X is for dual front. Your favorite creators will continue to stream for
แต่
about
โดยรวม
an
คือภาพสวย
hour
เนี่ย
once we're done
ภาพส
the
วยชอบ
official
ชอบ
broadcast, which is
ดู
in a
คลาสสิก
couple minutes, frankly. Once this show match is done and we talk to the winning team, we'll be saying goodbye, and then your favorite creators will
ขอโทษครับเพิ่ง
continue
มาสรุปมี
to
อะไรต่าง
stream.
จาก
And
เดิ
if
ม
you
บ้างเหรอครับ
watch
หนึ่ง
them
ก็คือเป็นเกม
and
ฟ
one
รี
of the partner
นะครับผม
streamers,
ในวันที่
you can
10
still
มิถุนา
gain access
นะครับแล้วก็
to the beta
มี
code.
เกมโหมด
All
ให
you
ม่
gotta do
มา
is
อัปเกรด
link
เรื่องของ
your
ภาพแล้วก็
yourself
เสียง
connected Twitch account, and
ห
you'll
ลักๆประมาณ
gain
นี้
access
นะครับ
to the beta code for dual front. That's available on PC and current gen consoles.
แล้วก็ส่วนมากแล้วมันก็ให้ดูโชว์แมตช์เยอะไปหน่อยนะ
to get my hands on it.
อู้เดินปาด
See this engagement of the Kaid
แพ้ละ
taking that engagement onto Hot Tub,
มาลีคนเดียว
and then an
สุดท้าย
immediately collapse of them trying to take site. Marley does a great job taking over construction, but Varsity once again taking Eno to school. It is on Marley for his team to keep them alive.
If Marley fails here, that's the ball game.
เรียบร้อย
And it's a strike down the middle from Varsity Gaming. Team Skittles will win the very first Siege X showdown. Look at how happy he is. You can just tell how much it meant to him.
แล้วก็จะสรุปอีกอย่างหนึ่งก็คือ
It's just another day in the office. Look at Macy.
สุดท้ายแล้วเวลาแพทออกมาเนี่ย อันนี้ผมไม่ได้อยากจะว่านะจริงๆถ้าแบบมันจะมีแค่นี้จริงๆนะแต่มันสามารถพูดได้ตอน SI ตอน SI จบไปว่ารายละเอียดมีแค่นี้แต่แค่แบบ วันนี้แค่ถ้าคุณตัดโชว์แมตช์ออกอ่ะมันก็คือครึ่งชั่วโมงอ่ะมีดรอปครับผมวันนี้จริงจังเวอร์ใช่โดยเฉพาะทีมสกิตเตอร์เน้นเลยอ่ะ
The visual overhaul for Clubhouse looks like. We got to see the new pick ban phase in action.
ตอนนั้นยังทำไม่เสร็จก็เป็นไปได้นะคือมันก็แบบนิวเกมโหมดโอเคแหละมันคือการ mix and match ระหว่างทีมบุกทีมรับถูกต้องปะเอามารวมกันปุ๊บแล้วเอามาสู้กันในแบบโหมด 6v6 แล้วแบบเป็นยึดจุดอะไรเงี้ยแล้วต้องกันเราก็ต้องบุกในเวลาเดียวกันนั่นคือไอเดียมันคือบิ๊กอีเวนต์ส่วนภาพการอัปเกรดภาพก็คือภาพแบบย้อนไปสมัยเดิมภาพย้อนไปสมัยเดิมคล้ายๆเดิมนะครับผมแบบแสงและเงาความมืดเหมือนเดิม
Hi there.
เชื่อสกิตมสูงอยู่ปะ
With Skittles and Team Skittles, please give it up one more time. How you feeling with this win?
Easy.
โอ้รู้สึกยังไงครับ easy
I mean, you know your way around Siege so well, 10 years, right? Yeah. Do you have any advice for people who are yet to get their hands on Siege X?
Take everything in. It's a completely different game. There's so much to learn. As you guys all saw, there's like a whole new band system, new lighting, new sound, gun inspection. There's so much to learn now. Just take it all in.
It's been an absolute pleasure to watch you play. Thank you.
สเกตเตอร์ก็ยังแบบยืนยันคำเดิมนะนี่มันคือแบบเกมใหม่ชัดๆเลยมีเรื่องที่แบบต้องเรียนรู้อะไรมากมายนะครับผมจริงๆมันก็มันฟีลเหมือนได้เกมใหม่อยู่พูดกันตามตรงแต่เปิดเป็นเกมฟรีเนี่ยโอเคเล่นได้แค่แบบอันแรงก็เอนจอยได้นะผมว่าสายฟรีนะครับผมเล่นโหมดใหม่ได้โอเคอยากจะลงแรงก็แค่เติมถูกต้องไหมมันคือการรีแบรนด์ผมก็ว่างั้นนะเกมอัปเดตหรือยังอยากลองเล่นแล้วตอนนี้ยังไม่อัปเดตนะครับก็สำหรับใครที่อยากได้โค้ดเบต้านะครับผมในการเล่นเบต้าหลังจากโชว์เคสเสร็จเนี่ยคุณมาดูเอาดรอปนะครับผม30 นาทีนะแล้วก็คุณต้องมีการ์ดจอ RTX 20 Series ขึ้นไปนะครับผมแล้วก็ RX 6000 Series ขึ้นนะครับวันนี้ผมก็จะมาลองเล่นไงผมจะมาไลฟ์สตรีมให้ทุกคนดูนะสำหรับ CHX ว่าแบบถ้าเราไปสัมผัสการเล่นจริงๆเนี่ยเราจะ enjoy หรือเปล่าสำหรับโหมดใหม่เราจะ enjoy หรือเปล่าสำหรับเกมเพลย์หรือว่าภาพที่มันปรับมาใหม่นะครับผมเขาบอกว่าเขาอัปเกรดเรื่องของ audio ด้วยแต่จริงรายละเอียดมันก็ไม่ได้เยอะมากนะแต่แบบมันก็แบบอยากจะคือถ้าสมมุตินะฉันอันนี้ผมคิดแทน Ubisoft นะผมคิดแทน Ubisoft ก็คือถ้าสมมุติว่ามึงอยากจะประหยัดงบมึงไม่ต้องจัดงานแบบนี้ก็ได้แต่มึงรวมเนื้อหาไว้ทีเดียวหลังจบ SI มึงก็แค่พูดประมาณครึ่งชั่วโมงถึง1 ชั่วโมงไม่ต้องมีโชว์แบบไม่ต้องออกตังค์ไปเชิญครีเอเตอร์มาเล่นก็ไม่มีปัญหาไม่มีใครว่าแต่มันอยากจะทำให้ยิ่งใหญ่ไงมันบอกว่านี่คือ new era หรือว่ายุคใหม่ของ Siege มันอยากจะทำแบบเวอร์วังอลังการนะครับก็อยากจะแบบแต่คนดูเยอะนะแต่ว่าไม่ได้นะคนดูเยอะนะครับคนให้ความสนใจเยอะเพราะถ้าประกาศตอน SI คนอาจจะไม่สนใจเท่านี้ก็ได้นึกภาพปะผมก็รู้สึกว่ามันทำแบบนี้ก็ดีเหมือนกันนะครับผมก็พรุ่งนี้ว่ากันนะไม่รู้ว่าจบยังไม่ได้จบแล้วมั้งสรุปคือเป็นเกมฟรีนะครับผมก็อย่างที่มันหลุดมานานแล้วจริงๆผมคิดว่าเรนโบว์ซิกเนี่ยมันตั้งใจจะเป็นเกมฟรีมานานแล้วนะตั้งแต่คือข่าวมันหลุดมาตั้งแต่ 2-3 ปีที่แล้วครับบอกว่าเกมมันจะฟรีนะเกมจะฟรีนะแต่สุดท้ายแบบอาจจะทำไม่ทันหรือว่าอะไรก็แล้วแต่นะอาจจะแบบอยากแดกตังค่าแบบซื้อเกมนะครับผมก็ยื้อแล้วไปเปิดตอนปีที่10ดีกว่าเงี้ยแล้วเป็นเกมฟรีแล้วเป็นแบบ New Era แล้วผมชอบที่มันเคลมมากเป็นการอัปเกรดภาพที่แบบเหมือนเอาภาพเดิมคืนมานะครับผม
Think about where we would be if it wasn't for our
มัน
involvement
จะ
in
เค็ม
Siege.
ทำไมนะ
You've been involved for almost
แต่
a
นั่นแหละ
decade. I've been involved
แต่
for
มันถือ
coming
ว่า
on
ดีนะ
8
การทำแบบนั้นถือว่าดี
years.
แต่ผมรู้สึกว่า
That's
ตะขิดตะขวง
crazy.
เรื่องที่มัน
So
เคลมไม่
thank
เลย
you to you, the community. Thank you to Ubisoft.
แล้วคน
Thank
ที่
you to
ซื้อล่ะครับ
all
เพิ่ง
who
มา
took part. Yeah.
คืออย่างเงี้ยสายฟรีไม่สามารถที่จะเล่นแรงได้นึกภาพไหม
Thank you to Alien
แล้วก็ตัวละครเนี่ยเหมือนจะได้แค่ 26 ตัว เพราะงั้นสายฟรีเล่นได้แค่แบบไม่กี่โหมดพึกแมทอันแรงแล้วก็นิวโหมดอะดูอัลฟอนนะครับผมเบต้าโหลดยังไงนะครับเดี๋ยวเขาจะน่าจะมีประกาศนะครับหลังจากนี้แล้วก็เดี๋ยวอาจจะอัปเดตให้ทีนึงหน้าเพจสำหรับใครที่แบบได้โค้ดเบต้านะครับมันต้องมีให้โหลดตอนนี้เราเอาคีย์มาก่อนเก็บคีย์ไว้ในตัวใช่ไหมแล้วก็รู้ตัวว่าการ์ดจอของเราเป็นซีรีส์ RTX 2000 ซีรีส์ขึ้นไปนะครับผม RX 6000 ซีรีส์ขึ้นไปแค่นี้ก็เล่นได้ละนะครับตอนนี้มันยังไม่เปิดให้เล่นมั้งเหมือนจะแบบหลังจากโชว์เคสนะครับ1660 Ti เล่น Rainbow Six ไม่ได้แล้วเหรอครับผมว่าเล่นได้แต่ว่าถ้าจะเทสในวันพรุ่งนี้อย่างเงี้ยก็คือต้องเป็นการ์ดจอที่ผมว่าไปเมื่อกี้นะครับปัจจุบันก็เล่นได้แหละแต่ว่าตัวเทสอะเขาจำกัดไว้เฉยแต่ไม่แน่นะเว้ยคืออารีนาเบงเอาอะมันก็แบบจำกัดเหมือนกันช่วงแรกๆนะตอนนี้ไม่แน่ใจว่าไม่จำกัดแล้วหรือยังนะเรนโบว์ซิกอาจจะจำกัดก็ได้ถ้าแบบเกมมันอัปเดตมาจริงเหมือน CSGO ป่ะอารมณ์ก็เหมือนนะเหมือนเลยแหละก็คือเอาไอเดียของเกมอื่นมาเหมือน PUBG เหมือน CSGO เหมือน Overwatch 2นะครับมันคือการแบบจะบอกว่าอัปเกรดไม่อัปเกรดมันคือการเพิ่มระบบนู่นนี่นั่นมานิดนึงแล้วปรับภาพและเสียงมีโหมดใหม่เข้ามาแค่นั้นเองนะครับมันเหมือน Overwatch 1 ไป Overwatch 2อ่ะมันคือเกมเดิมแต่ว่ามีอะไรที่แบบเพิ่มเข้ามาโมเดลหน้าตาตัวละครคนปรับปรุงบ้างไหมอ่ะไม่ต้องก็ได้นะ หากคุณเลือกเล่นบน PC เบต้าแบบปิดจะถูกเพิ่มลงใน Ubisoft Connect ของคุณอัตโนมัติดาวน์โหลดโค้ดเบต้าหากคุณเลือกเล่นบน PS5 หรือ Xbox Series คุณจะได้รับคีย์เบต้าเฉพาะสำหรับแพลตฟอร์มอ๋อคือมันจะแอดเข้า Ubisoft Connect อัตโนมัติใช่ไหมโอเคในเว็บแจ้งสเปคแนะนำเลยแล้วเฮ้ยใช่เหรอสเปคแนะนำเหรอคุณตีเท่าไหร่อ่ะมีอะไรใหม่บ้างครับหลักๆโอ้โหพูดซ้ำไปแล้วอัปเกรดภาพและเสียงเปิดเป็นเกมฟรี10 มิถุนายนนะครับผมมีโหมดใหม่เข้ามามีการปรับเขาเรียกว่าเรื่องของแมปนะครับให้มีความมืดให้มีแสงสีที่ดูแบบย้อนยุคไปเรนโบว์ซิกยุคเก่าๆนะครับผมแล้วก็มีแกดเจ็ตแบบแก๊สในแมปควันในแมปอะไรเงี้ยนะ
No, it's always fun. The thing with you and I, and to go back to the point about community, is that
มันคือเรนโบว์ซิกเกมเดิมนั่นแหละนะครับผมคือคุณไม่ต้องไปซื้อใหม่หรือว่าทำอะไรคือคุณใครที่มีตัวเกมแล้วเล่นได้นะครับผมไม่ได้เป็นตัวเกมใหม่วิธีดูเราเป็นผู้เล่นเก่านานแค่ไหนดูตรงไหนดีครับอาร์ซิแคคเกอร์ปะน่าจะมีบอกที่สำคัญสุดกดดูลายปืนได้ใช่ๆระบบดูลายปืนนะครับผมเขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะโชว์ปืน
He's that guy. He's him.
Yeah. I mean, so many people are streaming and watching this game, by the way, but I mean, like, Jinxie's, he's the king.
He is the king. He's not the King George, he's the King Jinx.
คนดูแสนกว่าคนนะต้องหลัก
For those that are unfamiliar with the scene, by the way, King George was, for a period of time, one of the biggest streamers. He is a world champion himself. He came from the esports scene.
ตอนนี้เริ่มลดแล้วเพราะมันน่าจะหมดแล้วนะช่องไทยเป็นไงบ้างตอนนี้
Which is a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen him.
ช่องไทยปิดไปยังเนี่ย
It's hard to see him. He is kind of short too.
Where is Rainbow Six TH?
He does.
เฮ้ยช่องไทยปิดสตรีมไปแล้ว
What was before we say
โอ้ย
goodbye?
ยังไลฟ์อยู่
มา3 ปีใช่ก็คือซุ่มมานานแล้วก็จริงๆพูดได้ไหมเนาะว่าจริงๆ Rainbow Six X ก็มีอินฟลูเอนเซอร์ไทย2 คนได้ไปร้องแต่กลางปีที่แล้วนั่นแหละ
มาถึงกูฟังอะไรเนี่ย
จริงๆต้องบอกว่าปกติครับเพราะว่าอย่างสมัยยุคที่ออกเซสชั่นมาอย่างเงี้ยก็เลยกันโหนานมากกว่าจะได้ออกตัวจริงเต็มจริงนะฮะ
ถ้าถามว่าอินฟลูเอนเซอร์คน2 คนนั้นเป็นใครครับผมก็ถามคนว่ากลางใครที่เล่นเรนโบว์ซิกแล้วกลางปีได้ไปญี่ปุ่นนะครับผมนะ เขามาขิงผมใหญ่เลยโถ
ไม่ได้ขิงแต่ผมไม่ได้ขิง
ฟรี
สาบาน
ได้กินอะไรไอติมแบ็คไอซ์เขาขิงผมแบบนี้ใช่ไอติมแบ็คไอซ์
ผมไม่ขิงแต่อีกคนอาจจะขิงอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะครับ
ก็อย่าลืมไปสนุกกันนะสำหรับตัวของ Rainbow Six X นะครับผม
ครับผม
นะ
เปิดตัวโค้ชเบต้าเล่นก่อนแล้วตอนนี้
ใช่ก็ถ้าผมเข้าใจไม่ผิดตอนนี้สามารถเล่นโคเบต้าได้แล้วเพราะว่า
หลังโชว์เคส
เซิลไทม์คือบ่าย 3แล้วซึ่งเมื่อกี้คือฟีดขึ้นมาว่าเป็นบ่าย 3สามารถเล่นได้เลยนะครับ
เอาเล่นได้แล้วดิชัด
นะครับผมของเรามันเป็นวันที่ 14แล้วแต่เพียงว่าวันตัวของวันที่ 13เนี่ยมันยังเป็นของฝั่งอเมริกาอยู่แล้วมันบ่าย 3พอดี
ใช่
แบบ
ผม
ว่า
ไปมา
ตัวของ Rainbow Six X
แต่ผมไม่ได้บอก
เล่น
ใคร
ได้
เลย
แล้ว
นะ
นะครับผมถ้า
ผมไม่ได้บอกใคร
ไม่มีอะไรผิดพลาดแล้วถ้าเกิดใครติดตามเรามาแต่ตอนเที่ยงคืนคุณจะได้โค้ด Early Access Code ในตัวของ Twitch Store ของคุณแล้ว
ถูกต้องครับ
ก็ไปสนุกสนานกันให้เต็มที่นะฮะกับ Rainbow Six Siege X นะครับผมเป็นยุคใหม่ของ Rainbow Six อย่าง
นี่
แท้จริง
ยุคใหม่
แล้วก็แน่น
ใช่
อน
ครับ
ว่าเดี๋ยวจะมีการแข่งขันนะครับผมอ่ะคุณตอง
ครับ
ว่า
ผม
ไป
ก็แน่นอนนะสำหรับตัวของ Asia Pacific League นะครับ
โอ้โห
ผมจะ
เขา
Blast
เขาโฆษณาเฉย
จะจบ SI มาแน่นอนว่าเรามีการพักเบรกกัน แล้วก็
โอเค
จะมี
โอ
ตัว
เค
คอมมิ
ปะ
ตี้มาซึ่ง
ก็
ตอนเนี้ย
มีประมาณนี้
แข่งไปรอบหนึ่งแล้ว ซึ่งในแต่ละอาทิตย์เนี่ยก็จะแข่งเสาร์อาที่อย่างเงี้ยไปเรื่อยๆนะครับผมจนได้ทีมทั้งหมด 16
โอเคชัดมาเดี๋ยวเงี้ยก่อนจากกันชัด
ก็เอา8
ใจ
ทีม
3 โค้ด
จาก16ทีม
นะครับผมใจ 3 โค้ด
เล่น play-off
นะฮะ
ครับผมในรวมแล้วชีจนกว่าจะได้แชมป์นะครับ
ได้
ผมก็อย่าลืมติดตามกันด้วยแน่นอนว่าเอ้ยแววๆจากหลังบ้านว่ามีภาคไทยแน่นอน
ก็อย่าลืมมารับชมกันนะครับผมใครที่ดูช่องแล้วก็อย่าลืมกดติดตามนะครับในส่วนของช่อง Rainbow Six Siege กันด้วยนะครับผมแล้วก็แน่นอนว่าต้องขอบคุณผู้ชมครับที่ติดตามกันมาในช่วงเที่ยงคืนนะครับผมตอนนี้ตี 2 กว่าๆแล้วนะฮะก็แยกย้ายกันไปพักผ่อนนะครับผมแล้วก็ใครที่มีเวลาว่างก็อย่าลืมเข้าไป
โอเคชัด
ตัว Rainbow Six
ฟังให้ดี 3 โค้ด ผมเอาแค่ 3 คนที่ไวที่สุดนะครับผมต้องเอาเฮ้ยเขาสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
เขาปิดรายการพอดีนะครับ ฟังคำถามไม่ดี 3 คนที่ไวที่สุดของแต่ละแพลตฟอร์มนะครับ ฟังคำถามไม่ดี 3 คนที่ไวที่สุดของแต่ละแพลตฟอร์มนะครับที่ตอบถูกต้องและไวที่สุด จะมีสิทธิ์ลุ้นรับ3มาสเตอร์เครดิตนะครับผมรวมเป็น6 คนนะครับผมคำถามก็คือ Rainbow Six Siege X เปิดให้เล่นฟรีวันไหนครับ ตอบวันและเดือนนะ ตอบวันและเดือนอู้มีคนแบบ โอ้ลืมเปลี่ยนภาษา โอ้ god damn โอ้ตอบเป็นภาษาอังกฤษได้เหมือนกันนะครับผม ก็โอเค อู้กูสาตอบไวแล้วแต่ลืมเปลี่ยนภาษาครับ ใครครับน่ะแต่ว่าต้องหมุนวงล้อก่อนนะ เราจะมาหาผู้โชคดีทีหนึ่งนะได้เป็นหนึ่งเอาแบบคนที่ไวที่สุดนะครับแล้วก็คุณแอร์คือไฟเออร์นะครับผม9แล้วก็คุณเดี๋ยวสเปลแคทแล้วก็ฝั่ง YouTube ก็คือคุณเหนียวไก่หรือหนาวไก่นาวกินะครับขออภัยคุณโกสแล้วก็โอ้ใครไปตอบ11 มิถุนาจบละพลาดไปนิดเดียว10.6อ่ะ10.6อ่ะมันก้ำกึ่งอ่ะดิมันต้องตอบผมถือว่าไม่ได้ต้อง10แล้วเดือนอ่ะโอเคเอาตามนี้แล้วกันนะครับผมไม่เป็นไรนะครับผมถือว่าชิวๆเนาะ
เข้าก่อนเลย เข้าเกมก่อนเลยกู แล้วในสตรีมนี่คือมันนับด้วยไหมในสตรีมนี่ก็ทำว่านับเรานับว่าเรามีโค้ดไหมวะโค้ดเบต้าวีออโตเมติกวีแอดดี้ทุกคอนเทนต์โค้ดเบต้าโค้ดเบต้าฮะโอ on Steam อ่ะเรามีโอ on Steam อ่ะ
มีนัดกันต่อนะครับสำหรับเบต้านะครับผมตัวเบต้าเราก็จะไปลองเล่นกันนะครับสำหรับใครที่ได้ดรอปไปแล้วเนี่ยก็อย่าลืมไปดูที่ Ubisoft Connect เนาะว่าเกมมันเข้าหรือยังแล้วก็กดโหลดได้เลยเพราะว่าตอนนี้เวลามันน่าจะได้เล่นได้แล้วนะครับผมตามเวลาที่เขากำหนดนะหลังจากโชว์เคสเสร็จโอเควันนี้ขอบคุณทุกคนมากๆหวังว่าทุกคนจะตื่นเต้นกับซีเช็คนะครับผมยังไงไว้เจอกันใหม่นะครับสำหรับซีเช็คในวันพรุ่งนี้นะครับผมถามว่าซีรีส์เข้าเมื่อไหร่ก็คือ10มิถุนายนนะครับอีกประมาณก็คือซีซั่น2อ่ะว่างั้นเถอะตอนนี้ซีซั่น1เยสิบซีซั่น1ใช่ไหมซีรีส์เข้าเยสิบซีซั่น2นะครับโดยประมาณในประมาณ3เดือนนะครับแล้วคนที่มีเกมทางสตรีมเล่นได้เหมือนกันหรือเปล่าอ่ะอันนี้สงสัยครับหรือว่าต้องไปยูบีคอนเทนต์อย่างเดียวอ่ะจริงๆอ่ะเวลาเราจะเข้าเกมอ่ะ Ubisoft Connect มันจะขึ้นมาอยู่แล้วนะครับผมยังไงก็ลองเช็คใน Ubisoft Connect ดูนะครับโอเคทุกคนไปแล้วครับบ๊ายบายขอทุกคนมีวันที่ดีครับไว้เจอกันใหม่ครับท่านผู้ชมครับขอบคุณมากๆครับผมวันดีครับขอทุกคนรักษาสุขภาพกันด้วยนะช่วงนี้ฝุ่นเยอะมากนะผมเมื่อวานผมจามไม่หยุดเลยแต่วันนี้โชคดีมากที่หายนะก็เลยแบบเต็มที่ได้อยู่นะโอเคทุกคนไปแล้วบ๊ายบาย see you ครับ
เรามาค้นหากันเรามีเวลาไม่มากก่อนที่เราจะไปนอนกันตอนนี้ตี 2แล้วเดี๋ยวอีกสักพักก็จะไปนอนเหมือนกันละ6 แพ็ค1,300ขายกันอย่างนี้เลยเหรอ ทาง Ubisoft มันผมนึกว่ามันจะแยกกันอ๋อคือแบบว่าขอดูในกลุ่มไม่ดีใน Steam มันก็มีนี่หว่า Rainbow มันจะเคยมี นี้มันเทสเซิร์ฟเวอร์นึกออกอย่างหนึ่งคือเราต้องลบซีนเนี่ยในนี่เหรอคือตอนนี้ยังสงสัยอยู่โอ้โหลดราคาซะด้วยสิHow Steam can sign in หรือว่าเอาเป็นว่าตอนนี้ลองนึกออกง่ายๆคือถอนแล้วโหลดใหม่พัน Ubisoft
มันหลังโซนไงพี่ปอเมื่อกี้
หลังขอบ
หลังไปแล้วมันเลยโซนแล้ว
ที่ให้ไปตัวเกมปกติตอนนี้คือโดนนะ
โดนอยู่ใช่โดนอยู่
เสียงไม่ได้ดูเลยมาที่เจเอาเผาขาตัวเองแล้วไปเกิดใหม่เหรอไหมเฮ้ยวางในเหี้ย
ไอ้เหี้ยไฟเมฟมันโคตรสวยเลยเหี้ยไฟ
นี่ชีวิตว่างเนาะ
ไฟพัตเตอร์
ป่วย
อ๋อไม่อันนี้ตัวทีปอตัวทีครับผม
ทำไมมันไม่เผาเหล็กไปด้วย
ว่ะถ้าไม่จีเหล็กไปด้วยเนาะ
เราได้จีเหล็กไปด้วย
เย็ดเท่แล้วไม่ก็ล่วงไปทั้งตัวเลย
ล่วงลงไปพบว่าFPS เจออะ
แมปเก่งเกินนะแมปเก่งเกินนะ
แต่แสงแรกของแม่งแสบตาอยู่นะแมปอะ
แสงพ่นไฟอะ
ที่ว่าอาจจะรู้เพราะว่าไอ้แสงรู้สึกว่าเวลาเราแบบว่าพอเปิดที่จากที่มืดอะไรเงี้ยก็เลยได้
เมื่อกี้คนดูฝั่งผมก็มาถามว่าแบบเอ้ยทำไมภาพดูเหมือนมือถือจังผมก็นั่งเปิดเทียบเลยขนาดภาพอย่างงี้นะกับภาพมือถือใช่ปะไอ้ภาพนี้ยังสวยกว่าภาพมือถือเลยมือถือแม่งแบบดินน้ำมันอะ
ตรงๆวะไอ้ที่ผมเคยบอกตอนมันทีเซอร์ผมบอกว่า Hallway Base ทำเอาอะภาพมันดูเป็นภาพโมบายใช่แต่พอมาดูตอนนี้ไอ้เหี้ยโอเค
ไม่ออกมาดูตอนนี้เหมือนนี่เลยดูโอเวอร์เลชั่นที่
มันดูมัน
ว่ะ
มันคือนอสแคลจีอะ
ว่ะ
คือกลิ่นไอความเก่าอะ
แต่แสงแต่
ผมไม่เคยเล่น
แสงมันทำเหมือนนี่ป่ะตอนทำเย็น1 เกม 2ป่ะแสงมันเหมือนป่ะ
ใช่มันเหมือนเกมเพลย์เก่าอ่ะ
ใช่ผมรู้สึกว่ามันเหมือนเกมเพลย์
เก่าอย่างชาร์เลตอ่ะใช่เลยอ่ะพอไดที่แบบเป็นประตูใหญ่2 ชั้นนั่นอ่ะแล้วมีหญ้า2 ข้าง
เต็มที่เลยคุณฝน
เพราะว่าตั้งแต่ตอนอัลฟาจนถึงโอเปอเรชั่นแบ็คไอใช่ไหมเขาใช้ออบินัสคือเป็นตัวเอนจินแสงที่ใครเคยเล่นอะไรจะรู้อ่ะอย่างที่เป็นแบบกระพริบแต่ตรงไหนดูตรงไหนแสงจ้าเป็นยังไง
จะไปซิเจกู
เพื่อน
ครับผม
พอใช้ตรงนั้นอ่ะพอเข้าสู่เกียร์3เขาออกว่าตัดเรื่องไอ้ตัวเคเป็นก็เลยตัดเรื่องออกด้วย
มันก็แค่ออปติไมซ์เกมไม่ได้
ใช่ก็เลยตอนนี้เขาเลยกลับมาใช้
ดวงฟอนไม่ได้มีไอ้วิสแตนนี่พี่ท็อปมันมีให้สโลปดีดิ้งกับไอ้กิฟต์อัพเลยจะยื้อหรือจะตายที่ผมเห็นสรุปไอ้ตอนนั้นมันคือโดนเพื่อนมันชุบคัสโซ่ชุบให้
ไม่ใช่คัสโซ่เว้ยที่เห็นแล้วที่ไปย้อนดูโดยนั่นไอ้สตรีมมา
ไม่รู้หรอกผมรู้แค่ว่าเขาโชว์ปืนสกินฟิลลี่ให้ดูแค่นั้นแหละแม่งเท่มาก
ใช่โชว์สกินฟิลลี่
ปั่น
มีปุ่มให้กด2 ครั้งตอนลงคือห้ามเลือกหรือจะตายเลยจะยื้อหรือตาย
มีคนฝั่งที่อยู่เล่นที่บ้านที่ไม่ได้ซีเอ็กก่อนใครก็แน่นอนครับ2 ตัวตึงครับ
เอาไว้
ดีกับข่าวแต่ตอนนี้
ก็รีพอร์ตแล้วนะ
เกมแคสไปแล้ว
เชียร์รีเพลส์โอ้ยรีเพลตรงผมมูแม่งดีจริงว่ะ
กระบ้าลงไลฟ์ไปแล้วอ่ะ
พี่กำลังนึกภาพว่าตอนแข่งเรื่อง
แต่ภาพเทเลอร์ที่มันโชว์ตอนที่ไอ้ฟิลรีเพลแล้วแบบกดฟิลอะแม่งโคตรแบบขายของเลย
แม่งโคตรมันเลย
วิ่งไปเข้าทางไม่ไปเข้าทางนู้นเชื่อไหมพอซีดเอ็กมาจริงอ่ะเดี๋ยวผู้เล่นเก่าบางคนมันก็จะแบบพอแปะเสร็จก็โหดขึ้นหลังคาแล้ววิ่งแล้วไปโหดตรงนั้นใหม่
วิ่งห้อยอยู่แล้วก็ทะลุลงตึกไปเลยอ่ะตอนนั้นจะแบบว่าผ่านบนตึกแต่แบบเข้าไปในตึกเข้าไปตึกอะแบบทะลุไอ้เหี้ย
จริงซี่แม่งบ่นอ่ะบอกสต็อปพักเคมออนไลน์แชทที
ไม่วิ่งอยู่ขาทะลุเข้าไปในตึกแล้วโดนยิง
ตอนนี้สปอยเจอกับเพนกูนะครับผม
มันเล่นหมดอะไรอยู่อ่ะ
สปอยเจอกับเพนกูไอ้
ดูโอฟอนอีกแล้วเหรอ
แต่ว่าใครอยากดูไอ้ 5v5 น่าจะตอนนี้น่าจะไม่มีคนเล่นแล้วนะคนเล่นนั่นได้จะมีเฉพาะแค่ในงานนะครับ
ก็แล้วในงานเขาก็เซตทีมแบบเป็นทีม6-6ไปแล้วอะ
ตอนนี้ต้องเล่น6 เกมเพราะว่าเล่น6 อย่างเดียวมันเป็นเรื่อง NDA ด้วยเพราะว่าเขาตอนนี้เซิร์ฟมันก็จะเปิดใช่ไหมตอนนี้คนที่เล่นได้ก็คือคนที่โค้ดเบต้าโหลดเสร็จก็คือเล่นได้เลย
แต่ว่า55เนี่ยจะมาเมื่อไหร่อ่ะของเบต้าพี่
เขาบอกเท่าที่พี่ฟังก็คือที่โจชัวมิลก็คือพูดก็คือต้นเดือนพฤษภาที่จะไอตัวสอบตอนรีโออ่ะก็คือจะปล่อยให้เล่นแบบ55
อ๋อช่วงนี้ก็จะมีแค่นี้ก็ต้องเล่น
อันนั้น
มิ
คื
นิ
ออันนั้นคือเราเล่นได้ด้วยใช่ไหม
ใช่ก็คือหลังไอตอนนั้นน่ะก็คือง่ายพอจากไอตัวรีโหลดที่นีโออ่ะก็คือจะปล่อยให้5 วิก็คือจากไอเบต้าอันเนี้ยก็จะได้เล่นเพิ่มก็จะได้เล่นจริงๆแล้วว่า5 วิ
ก็คือจะเป็นอันนั้นคือเป็น Open Beta
ใช่
น่าจะเป็นโอ
อ๋
เพ
อน อันนี้โค้ดอยู่
เพราะอย่างที่วอนบอกอ่ะมันไทม์ไลน์มันนรกมากๆไงฉะนั้นนั่นแหละไอผู้เล่นปกติไม่ฮะแหละผู้เล่นที่เป็นแข่งแต่พี่เดาว่าที่พี่คิดเหมือนบอกก็คือเขาน่าจะมีตัวเวอร์ชันที่เตรียมพร้อมสำหรับ e-sport ไว้แล้วอ่ะไม่งั้นเนี่ยผู้เล่นมันไม่มีโอกาสได้ปรับตัวนะโค้ดยิ่งงานหนักกว่าเดิม
ทุกคนแล้ว
ไม่มีหรอกพี่นี่มันค่ายอะไร
คณะหมูกรอบเอ็มพายอ่ะพี่แค่นั้นแหละ
โอ้เกมอะไรก็ไม่รู้
อะไรปอแค่เกมนี้แม่งแค่กดสไลด์ไม่ได้ปอร้องเลยเหรอ
มันอะไร
ไปนอนซะไอ้เหี้ย
กดทำเหี้ยอะไรๆปุ่มแค่นั้นแหละ
กูไม่กดปุ่มไม่กดแต่ถ้าพิกยิงผมเสร็จผมกดบล็อกไอพิกเลยไม่ดูแทนพิกไม่ดูแทนพิกเดี๋ยวไม่ได้แต้มแล้วไม่ได้ด้านนี้
สร้างสรรค์จริง
เฮียมึงก็ไม่ต้องชนะไอ้เฮียพอละ
ดูละเห็นแล้วอีสปอร์เล่น
เป็ดทีมเมย์ยังถูกกฎหมายอ่ะแค่นั้นแหละ
ทางเอาทูท็อกซิกไอ้เหี้ย
อยากจะเล่นโปรเดชั่นก็คือห้ามกด5 ตีเรานะไม่งั้นไม่ขึ้นแน่นอน
เพื่อ
ไม่แล้วประเด็น
ไม่มีทางขึ้น
โอ้ลูกซองยิงเยอะจังวะ
ไอ้นี่ไงเจ๊กระสุนมันกระจายมันไม่ใช่แบบ
โดนห้อยโดนห้อยไอ้ปอยโดนห้อย
อ๋อเฮ้ยไอ้เจ๊เห็นป่ะเมื่อกี้ตอนที่อินดิเคเตอร์ขึ้นกับสปอยเห็นป่ะ
ดอกอัพเดดาวเยอะ
ข้างหลังด้วยนะเห็นป่ะเพราะว่ามันทะลุไง
ทะลุกำแพง
เป็นซับเรเบิลใช่คือกำแพงมันแตกได้ไงมันเลยโดนด้วยคือเป็นนอกนะว่าต่อให้มึงระเบิดฝั่งนึง
ไอ้เหี้ยดอกเดียวเขาเข้าข้างในฆ่าไปที
ไอ้เหี้ยเป็นกูเก็บหมดเลยเมื่อกี้มันห้อยอ่ะไอ้เหี้ยเสื้อฟรี
ใช่เขาแจกให้หมดเลย
ขอลายเซ็นหน่อยครับ
แล้วเห็นพอเห็นป่ะไอ้ข้างหลังที่เป็นไอ้ตัวลูกคอนอ่ะที่โกอินเดอะดาร์กนะ
โกอีดาร์ก
เหี้ยเสียงมันชัดขนาดนี้เลยเหรอวะ
Okay, great. I gotta throw me in. Ah! All right, we'll just play a little closer to the point. Right. That guy snuck in.
Yeah, like I went to the roof for like 10 seconds. He just walked in.
Yeah.
Wait, you can get knifed when you're invincible with the dock thing? That's crazy.
Sector 2 has been taken by the enemy. Capture is
I think a lot of people are gonna hop in the window. Could also come through the basement.
Macy, I got
friendly
you.
drone is being deployed at your location.
I think we just reinforce everything. I put that on my Malusis.
Or do we just hold it from above? Do we set up the room above?
You can if you want. I'll hold sight.
All right. Can you shotgun the hatch?
I've heard. Oh yeah, can you?
That's so chill.
Oh wait, who's this here? Oops.
Oh, is that the hatch? Oh.
Yeah.
Is this hatch
Sector
above you or is that in the other
under
room?
our control.
Callie's in our spawn.
The what?
Is this hatch above you or is that the other room?
That's the other room.
Op 4 now, you're out of bounds. Return to the active zone. Freak.
You did skills?
Wait, I'm coming to stem.
Where?
โหเสียงแม่งกล้องมาก
We Paul? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, all the cams are for whatever objective you're on. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Okay,
Come
one's
in, ping
pushing
one,
in.
ping one. That's the room he's in, Varsity.
Okay.
I just thought that was Nugget. That shot scared the crap out of me.
Sledge coming in above.
Just like hiding in a rat spot.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of ratting this game.
Oh, they immediately droned me.
Let's go.
No, he's way on the rappel.
The next enemy sector is vulnerable to capture.
Almost died.
Get on it, operators.
Bro, this drone.
Careful your hatch. I can. Yeah, he's. Wait, what is this? Right. He's on the rappel. Two above in the hatch.
Yeah.
One's in the sight room, one's
They
on the
play
hatch.
like Claymore below.
We're
They're
gonna
about to take our
we
site.
need some big defense here, boys.
fake defense, or we need you guys to take the objective real quick.
They're literally already planning, I think. Wow. It's fine. It's fine. I'm on the R4C. It's over. Going into the Ash main mode.
You're losing the sector.
Okay, their site is clear.
Got it.
Just plant.
We got top. Nice.
All right.
We can make vert.
We just need them.
We're cooked if we don't stop them.
I can't. What the fuck?
No, dude.
We might need a
So
full
dark.
retreat.
Wow.
We're gonna need a full team rotate here.
Full team rotate?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
we lose otherwise.
Alright, I'm gonna respawn there.
Oh.
Do I need?
They have vertical above and below.
We've lost a third of our friendly sector.
Just gotta hit the top floor down, clear, and we can defuse. Nice, there's a fuse as well.
The assignment is
It's just
critical.
fuse it's just
Capture
fuse
at
and
33%.
Legion, I believe.
Sledge is
and
there,
sledge
too.
and sledge. Come on. Let's go, Roy. What the hell? I just spawned in! What the hell? Wait, there's a Cali. There's a Cali on me.
Wait, the
Nice, you
fuses
got
are
him. Hey, all done, yeah.
Why is this a void? It's so dark.
There's a hatch above. There's nobody in sight. You can probably start defusing if we have a guy above. You hold the hatch, right?
Yeah.
Dude, IQ, get on the diffuser. I'm covering on a drone.
It's so dark.
It's right here. It's right here. Just go hit the F on it.
Oh.
I got your hallway on a drone.
I could never keep up with you. I'm always trying to join you, but you always end up going ahead.
Guys, we may have lost it.
You guys defuse?
Has been issued.
No, they have.
Good luck.
I killed one person. They still have 2 more in there.
I only saw one.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, they got the Ash Capital holding it down.
Mission failed. The enemy has captured.
Hey, this is where
Had
we
to be
rage
nice.
and
Is that
stream,
Mike
right?
You're right.
No.
Enemy base captured.
Hey, you don't have to throw the mouse. You can just blame it on the demoist.
I think we're done now, right? Because they said 4. We gotta go.
Every time I drone, it's like it feels so pointless.
Okay.
Everyone's still just like running wild. I think people gotta
we're going
chill.
again?
You can stop streaming at any time.
Okay.
Oh.
5.
Microphone
You
activated.
can leave at 4 too. You guys are welcome to leave anytime.
One more?
I'm down for one last one.
Yeah, one.
Yeah,
Mind if I join y'all for one more?
Yo,
Yeah.
slow down. Let me drone you guys in.
But how are we supposed to Ash Rush?
That's it.
Like there was like 4 instances, right? Like I spawned the drone, and it's just instantly everyone's running up.
Oh, it keeps resetting my loadout.
Maestro, let's just chill, relax. And also, just know Nugget is gonna sit in the streets
Access the hot zone.
with a sniper.
Updated on
Yeah.
any changes in the area.
As long as you stay in the building, we win.
When are bans coming to this mode?
Yeah,
Prepare your
the
offense
Cali
strategy
just sitting
and
outside was really annoying.
I can't wait for us to like go over and it's just all deaths. The
Nah,
crater's all left.
Can I like respawn?
Yeah, you can.
I can't
think
change
you're-
location.
I think if you press R, like in the bottom right, it shows respawn, but you might have to do a whole cooldown. You can also run outside and just die and then reset. If you just run out through here.
Yeah.
I hear them repelling already, Skittles.
They're in the west neutral sector.
I got a crazy game plan.
You
Alright.
could team kill?
Let me test.
15 seconds left to prep. Get moving.
Actually, that brings back
5
terrible
seconds to
memories.
prep.
What did they just breach?
Repel enemy forces and proceed
I
to
downed one.
capture Op 4 sectors.
My Uri ready to kill some stones.
One in the neutral zone. I think he's coming through like around on our defense here.
Yeah. I think I downed the Legion.
Sledge on ping. There's two there. Two on that window. Two on that window.
Oh, we got hella D.
What? Did I just get hit by your goo? Oh no, there's.
They open the hatch on the roof.
They're running around over here, Skittles.
He's on site window now. Yeah, 2 on site window, Sledge and Ash. Are you gonna fuse them? 6 bombs. Nice.
I got
Amazing.
him. Let's go.
Nobody else in sight, you're good. One more on the window though.
Capture underway.
One's around us.
Which
Where?
No, window's good. Wait, I don't know, they shot it.
Okay.
And the wrap on him.
My beautiful evil eye is in it.
Oh, he's on the roof. He's dead.
Okay. Got him.
Dude, you're gonna break my evil eyes, I think, though.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
That's
Let me know when they're in sight, and then I'll blow it.
Okay.
Got it. Oh, that's you.
Capture 66% complete.
Yo, go through this wall. I'm gonna blow it. There's 2 guys out there.
Okay. I hear someone.
There's another guy out there. I'm nomaded. Can you shoot my air jab, right?
Oh no, he ran past.
He's right above my door. Oh my gosh.
That was scary.
Yo, they're gonna sludge in. They're gonna sludge in.
One just jumped in.
Yo, get ready. Get ready.
God, my aim. Okay, Ash is down on the diffuser.
Oh, this boss G, bro.
You have captured Sector 1.
One's on. He's on it. He's defusing it right now. Wait, oh, never mind. He started it, but yeah, right now.
Your ally has deployed a drone at your location.
Dude, we're kind of cooking out here.
Yeah, they had 4 people attacking us, and we still held it down.
Oh, we
you
can
guys got slightly
reinforce this
crazy.
wall? We can reinforce this wall?
Yeah, if you guys want to hold, like reinforce that, yeah, to hold it.
I can put a fuse charge on it too.
I'm gonna reinforce this. I forgot we could reinforce.
Fuse reinforcing the wall, something about it.
Placing my evil eye.
Alright, now we sit like this.
Bro, seeing Doc repel is just... I can't get used to it.
Do I look cute? Can't run around the sides
Enemy
though.
sector unlocked.
Hear them off 5 ping.
I killed the boss G guy.
The
Oh, there
recruit's
he is.
trying to push us.
Oh, this is so sick.
Oh, that's you. Oh my gosh.
Can you fuse the thermite?
Wait, this is...
Wait, fuse what? Where?
if they're thermiting, can you...
Oh yeah, you
you
can
fuse
fuse
them.
them.
That was
Yeah.
sick.
Do you think they're gonna bring one?
Shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny. They're not even trying to
First
attack.
sectors are undergoing destabilization.
What's that mean? What's destabilization?
It means that we just lose it over time to help them catch up.
Yeah, they're not even trying to cap it. Are they just full defense?
I got one
think so.
attacking. Oh no, there's another one outside. There's 2 outside.
Was he ground level or?
Yeah, it's
roof?
ground level sledge.
Oh, I got Ash, but still 2 in there.
I can drone him.
Your ally has deployed a drone on you.
I might repel up.
Okay, I'm droning for you, Skittles.
My evil eye.
I think you repelled to the roof.
I'll check your staircase.
I'm droning around.
No, you can
Clear,
only.
clear, clear.
Oh, you
you
can
got
only
him,
have.
never
Yeah.
mind.
Okay, you can only have 3 evil eyes at once.
There's no one in sight room, but there's a claymore. There's someone shooting through the wall. He's at the hole in the wall. Nice.
Bro, your repelling is freaking me the fuck out. I keep hearing it. I just assume it's the enemy because I'm defending right now. That's a. It's hard to get used to that.
I might honestly just wait for you. I feel like running in one by one. Not good
They're in
for us.
A1 first floor waiting room.
What the? I got Ash for free.
Cluster charge going up. Cluster charge activated.
Oh. Oh, what? I literally just looked there and I think he just saw me as I looked away.
Why is our site like half ticked? Or did they defuse it that far?
So over time, it will go down so they don't have to hack as much.
Oh,
so
I
it's
see.
like to help them catch up.
Gotcha.
Cluster charge going up.
Yeah. But I mean, like I don't think it'll ever give it to them. They still have to plant.
I think I'm gonna go attack because they're not even trying to cap
chill.
this.
They do have like 4 people on defense at least.
Alright, I'm gonna go because they're not. Like I haven't seen someone in 10 minutes.
I'll lock her down. Don't you worry. Until I die.
I have my Able Eyes if you need help.
Oh yeah, I can just look at them too.
Yeah. Oh, on the roof.
Oh my god, this is some long range fighting. I'm down.
Yeah.
He's right next to you, Roy, somewhere.
Swear I
Nice.
just heard someone.
Where's me?
Oh, Callie's on me.
Do we?
It's actually so nice that this is not one shot at shot. Like that was a great moment for.
I say we go full attack now. I'm coming to attack too. 'Cause they're gonna get that bomb down.
I killed someone. Okay, I got 2 people that are defending.
Climb up, climb up, climb up. Yeah.
Planting.
I'm down.
Nice.
Enemy sector is being captured.
Yo, I'm gonna put some Evil Eyes here.
Alright, we got it. Whole team is here.
Dude, they gotta switch fuse to attacker. Yo, watch that Evil Eye. I got a fuse charge on the diffuser. Alright, I can just sit on it.
Why not?
You can go back into our blue zone so they can't push you as well.
That's
good.
Planting toxins. I'm reloading.
I'm trying to get out.
Alright, I'm watching it. We're chill. Diffuser's locked down, boys.
Oh, 2 on me.
Sector is being captured.
Down 1 in the garage window. Hopped in, downed.
Oh, man.
1 on 2 ping.